experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 134, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock on a beautiful Wednesday, chilly Wednesday, but looking nice out there. The sun is shining. It is National Signing Day. I'm not calling it early signing day anymore. It's just National Signing. It's the new signing day.
Yeah.
We can call the other one the late signing day if we ever sign anybody on that, but this is National Signing Day.
That day kind of feels like, you know how they have the supplemental draft in the NFL? It happens sometime in the summer. That's what that February signing day feels like to me. Today's it.
That's just kind of an afterthought, but it's going well for Tennessee. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be all over the place here this afternoon because there's a lot going on. I know we have a basketball postmortem to conduct. We'll get into that next segment. We'll talk some recruiting right here because it is National Signing Day, and Tennessee's doing well, man. Coverage today brought to you by our friends at Smoky Mountain Brewery. We are excited to announce a partnership with SMB. We've done stuff with them before through the years. Great to have them back as a sponsor and supporter of the show. Of course, part of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants. We did the thing with Tony at Calhoun's last month, and we're going to be at Smoky Mountain Brewery on Tuesday next week. It's our first live show there. A little early in the week, but that's when they wanted to do it. So we said, we'll be there. So everybody come out and see us on Tuesday next week at Smoky Mountain Brewery in Turkey Creek. Have a cold Mountain Light, maybe a Cherokee Red. I'm a big fan of the wings there. Of course, they've got delicious burgers. Everything is good at Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's a great place to watch games. Do we play Illinois Saturday?
And then there's 10 days off.
That's right. You were talking. Okay.
Yeah. So no game that night.
Well, you can still come out and support your favorite fan run friends. The Drive here from 3 to 6. We'll be there on Tuesday and maybe knock out some Christmas shopping. Turkey Creek, you'll be right there, you know.
Come by. Gift cards at Smoky Mountain Brewery.
Have everybody. A beer. Yeah, pick up a copper card. It's a great stocking stuffer. And then if you got to go to Target or Walmart or whatever, they're over there too. So you can kill a bunch of birds with one stone. So appreciate Smoky Mountain Brewery being a part of the Fan Run family. Once again, can't wait to see y'all out there on Tuesday next week from 3 to 6. All right, let's get to this recruiting stuff. It's been a good day. It's been a good day for Josh Heupel. The recruiting class ranked number 5 right now on 247.
Nationally or in the conference?
Nationally. It's number 2 in the conference behind Alabama. So Tennessee's climbed over Georgia.
Smokes.
Now, this is fluid. I mean, I don't know what's
Georgia
going
also
on.
lost the quarterback to Vanderbilt.
Yeah. So I haven't kept up with what everybody's got going on, but I've been keeping up with what we've got going on. And
Lane Train was unsuccessful in his bid to flip.
But okay, so Joel Wyatt stuck with Tennessee. That came out last night that he was going to do that, and he did that. The 4-star safety from Murfreesboro sticks with the Vols. And then the big news of the day is we basically traded Celesi Moa for Legend Bay. So you remember Bay decommitted from us and went to Ohio State. And then and we had Moa now it sounds like Moa, we might still get him, but it sounds like Utah is throwing a bunch of money at him, trying to
Big bag.
make him think twice about staying home. And he's right up the street from them, so we'll see what he does. But I was talking with Sam out there. I sure would like to have him. Legend Bay from Forney, Texas, 5'10", 175-pound speedster, 4-star guy, signs with Tennessee. Tennessee executes the old switcheroo, the old flipperooski there.
That's a big get. I was listening to, it was an interesting characterization. I understood the message, but Heupel, did you listen to his press?
A little bit, yeah.
He kept calling Legend a great tool. It was like,
yeah, I mean, does that mean
weapon.
we can find somebody who can return a damn punt?
Yeah, right.
We finally got. I get it's nice that the Morris kid can catch them. I want somebody who can return them, and I think they thought that Moa could be that guy, but maybe they think Bay can be that guy as well.
Hope so. But I got to say, I've been downplaying signing day and everything, but then kind of
getting a little excited.
Yeah, it's feeling like, we've kind of retained things.
We needed some good news around here.
Really did. And Kiffin's been out there flipping some players, but happy they didn't get our guys, not Keys, not Wyatt. I mean, that's good, man. Tristan Keys signed, Tyreek King signed.
Yeah. Do you think it how everything went down, like how bad he looks right now, you think that hurts him at all?
Who?
Kiffin. I'm telling you right now, if Kalen DeBoer for some reason this evening just decided, hey, I'm tired of dealing with this in Tuscaloosa, I think I'm going to take the Penn State job. I mean, you don't think Kiffin would turn right back around and try and –
I wouldn't think so, but it is Lane Kiffin. So I guess you don't dismiss anything out of hand.
So I don't know. But I was glad to see that we retained all ours and was able to flip Legend.
Yeah, I mean, if Moa ends up being about the only major loss, I don't love it at all, but the Legend Bay thing was a really pleasant surprise. I was not expecting that one at all.
Able to hold on to, flip Carter Gooden.
Yep.
From UCLA. Prospect is from Maine, I believe, or Massachusetts.
That'd be a long haul for his family.
Yeah, well, he's one. We've signed, I think, 3 guys from Canada originally.
That's right.
And so he's going to some prep school up in New England. The Osenda kid from Baylor is a Canada native. I don't know why I can't say that. But the interesting thing here is, so is David Gabriel George.
Yep.
So maybe this is Heupel trying to tap that pipeline, and I mean that can't hurt to have a bunch of other Canadians on the roster.
Not at all. Let's do it.
Carter Gooden is a 6'4", 260-pound defensive lineman. I know they're saying that he projects at that strong side end, and maybe he does, but I just wonder, it seems like a lot of those guys put on 30 or 40 pounds and they get here. And if he can develop into a 6'4", 300-pound defensive lineman at some point down the road, defensive tackle, I would be okay with that. And we have, I guess we're still waiting on J.J. Finch, the 4-star defensive lineman from Indiana, who we were recruiting heavily in the summer, committed to Alabama, and from everything I've heard, I think he is going to flip here. So that'll drive up the recruiting rankings. So you'll lose a little bit without Moa, but Gooden and Finch and Bay will drive your rankings up a little bit.
Right. I mean, we were gnashing our teeth about it when, back in the early part of the season or sometime in the summer about how, we were borderline top 10 in the country, but we were, 7th or 8th in the SEC?
Yeah. Well, this will be Heupel's best signing class since he's been here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Negavols out there might be thinking to themselves, but what are you going to do in the portal? And fair enough. Yeah. What are you going to do in the portal? That is a big question.
Better get some DBs.
We signed 7 guys in the portal, and I don't know what the numbers are right now. Roster. I mean, you've got 85 to work with, and I think we still have.
Do we still have a restriction on it?
I think we still have a probation number that we're working through because of Jeremy Pruitt, the gift that keeps on giving.
Cornbread.
But I do think we signed 7 guys out of the portal last year. I think you need to double that this year. I would like to see. I would like to see them sign between 12 and 15 guys, and they've got to be impact guys, right? They have got to be starters or play right away. I mean, it's almost like the portal is the way we used to talk about junior college. You remember, like 20 years ago, you sign a junior college player, you're signing him to play because you're only going to have him for 2 years max. So you expect him to play right away. And we only sign like 3 or 4 of those a year. And I mean, you're going to sign more than that.
We used to make they used to back in the day, they had a lot of big time talent came to us that way.
Well, I think that with the portal, I mean, that's where you look for starters. All these guys that we're signing today, hey man, I'm excited about it too, but that's the developmental part of your program. You're not, I don't know that I'm looking at any of these commitments and saying, oh yeah, we need them to play right away next year.
No, it's more like you were talking about those portal guys.
Is there? I mean, maybe
that's a great analogy, though.
There'll be special teams guys, like I'm sure the linebackers, Braden Rouse, T.J. White, like super excited about those guys long term. Maybe they can play in the kicking game a little bit.
Maybe legend in the kicking game.
Yeah, and even like Tristan Keys and Faison Brandon, those are our 2 5-stars. And I believe Osenda is a 5-star, but like I'm not depending on any of those guys next year.
No,
I hope not. Like I feel if we
are,
like
they just come in and they're that once in a generational kind of talent.
You don't want to be field. You don't want to be starting a true freshman on your offensive line unless it's David Sanders or on your at quarterback,
quarterback or D line.
And in regards to Keys, I'd like to see him play a little bit, but the way Radarius Jackson and Travis Smith played this year, you want established starters, Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley, and maybe Smith or Jackson becomes the fill-in for Brazzell.
How would we grade Mike Matthews' year this year if you gave it a letter grade?
B-.
I was thinking B+.
I think I'm probably more B-.
He had some critical drops.
Yeah. And I only bring that up because I carried water for that guy for a long time. I still think he's talented. But I don't know. I just thinking about that because he's one of those guys too. I could see, if he comes asking for more money next season.
No, I've had the same thought, Bob, because it's basically what they did with him last year, where you had a bunch of guys. Remember Leacock, Caleb Webb, Squirrel, like all those guys that ended up going in the portal. And we made the determination based on very little evidence that Mike Matthews can handle that. And he did. He had 50 catches, 770 yards, 4 touchdowns, fine numbers for a sophomore.
Yeah.
But I do wonder if and maybe is Mike Matthews like, who's he hearing from? Who's tampering with him? Somebody's like, hey man, like you come here, 50 catches, we'll get you 100 next year, and we'll pay you $2 million to do it. And then what do we have budgeted? And I just wonder if it gets to a certain point, will Heupel look at it and say, you know what, we've got Travis Smith who played that position, and we're just going to do what we did with Mike with Travis Smith next year, and we're just going to let Mike walk. Not because we don't like him, but we just don't like him that much. We don't want to blow our entire budget on him when we've got Travis Smith and Radarius Jackson and Tristan Keys.
Yeah.
And Tyreek.
Yeah, that's what I'm just wondering if, wouldn't it be nice if sometime we hit gold or struck gold with like Keys and he's like a receiver that's, not Jeremiah Smith.
We haven't had one of those unicorns yet. Yeah. Really. I mean, Hyatt had the great numbers, but it hasn't translated into professional success. We haven't had I don't know who are the guys, AJ Brown, Beckham,
Jefferson. I mean,
Yeah.
T. Higgins.
Yeah.
freak show receivers that do it at the next level.
Yeah.
How long's it been since we had one of those guys? Long time.
I don't know if we.
Oh, Meacham.
Yeah. I mean,
That's going back 20 years.
I was
he's
going to
got-
say
I was gonna say,
Stallworth,
yeah.
some of those guys, but
Meach has starting to get gray hair.
yeah.
So that's what's going on the recruiting trail today. Stay tuned for news on J.J. Finch, Celeste Moa. Yeah, it kind of had not an old school feel. Certainly not the first Wednesday in February, but it was more exciting than it was last year. I was not anticipating. I've done a lot of refreshing the 247 and On 3 sites today.
Right. It has turned out to be better than I was expecting, and I think maybe we were just a little down in the dumps off of the weekend and last night's basketball game, everything else. Like you said, Russ, we needed some good news.
Yeah.
And today's been pretty good.
Yeah.
By and large.
I was fully expecting it. Battered Vol syndrome, lane derangement issues that he was going to. I just expected him to flip the kid from the mid-state or from Murfreesboro. Yeah. So that was nice when I looked and saw that he had stuck with his commitment to us.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we've got a chance at a legit top 10 signing class here. And now we'll turn our attention to the portal. I did hear somebody ask Heupel about that at the end of the press conference, and he did his Heupel thing where he just completely avoided the question.
Totally non-committal to anything.
Yeah, he was just, we'll get to that.
And we're not going to hear a peep from him on anything about staffing or anything else. We won't know that until it happens.
No, I mean,
if it happens.
I figured it would be like third week, like start looking at it like third week in January.
Well, I keep seeing Joey Halsley's name attached to the Florida OC job. You guys seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Mm-hmm. They got what, Kentucky's DC?
I get the feeling that our fan base would not care at all if Joey Halsley bolted.
No, I think you're right.
I get the feeling that our fan base would like to see Heupel. And I'm guessing he would probably just give that job to Seth Luttrell, which I don't.
Would he really give him the job though, and not just it not being just, oh yeah, it's my offensive coordinator, but in reality, Heupel's still doing. Because I think that is a legitimate problem he's got. I wonder if that causes some of his in-game mistakes.
Yeah, I don't think he would. I mean, I think he would give him the job the way Halsley and Golish had it.
Yeah. You think Golish had more leeway than the other than Halsley?
No, I think they had the same. I think they've had the same job. I think Heupel calls the plays, and those guys have a. I mean, I know Heupel calls the plays. Like we've had very good sources that would know that tell us Heupel calls the plays. Now, Halsley or Golish might have said. The way it was described to me is Heupel calls the play into the quarterback's headset, and then Halsley will come on, and last year I was told, like, he'll tell Nico, hey, throw it here. Throw it to this guy as they approach. Because he's up there watching he sees the bird's eye view. He's reading the coverage, and he says he would say, hey, Brew's going to be open here. We're going to this side,
right,
or we're going over the middle, or tight, whatever. So there is a little bit of a collaboration, but Josh Heupel is calling the plays and always has been.
Wonder if he always will be.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like him calling the offense was top 10 offense nationally this year. I mean, it was good in the first 2 years. I mean, it's really.
I mean, that's fine, but he's going to have to upgrade a defensive coordinator if he's not going to pay attention to it during the games.
Well, he's got
my layman's opinion.
Signing class is wrapping up right now. I wonder if there is a quiet thing behind the scenes, and we've seen this before. It's like, yeah, Joey, go ahead and see what's out there for you. Yeah, Tim, like if you can get involved at Memphis, go ahead and get that job, and that way you don't have to fire anybody, but
nobody loses face,
which is fine. But I'm kind of the opinion it's like if you want to make a change, make a change.
Yeah.
And go get your guy, because while you're waiting for these guys to find other positions, other guys are finding other positions, the guys that you might want to talk to. So I don't know. I got some feedback yesterday about the Will Muschamp conversation we had.
Really?
Yeah.
From just listeners?
Alert listeners.
Okay. What was the feedback?
They're for it.
You gonna let a Georgia Bulldog in here?
I mean, we've got an Oklahoma Sooner coaching the team. Many of y'all wanted a Florida Gator, Steve Spurrier, to come back and coach the team. We had a Bammer coaching the team. We had one of our best running backs coach of recent memories was a Florida Gator. No, I don't care about any of that. Now he might be too crazy. Like you could sell me on that, but I like where he went to school has absolutely zero.
Well, no, but I mean,
that's how I am. I don't care about where.
But
he
he's.
went.
I mean, the guy is certifiably insane, especially in game.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's had breaks with reality on the field as a coach.
I think
it's okay for your DC.
I think we kind of need that.
I mean, the rumblings
think we need some damn
town.
psychos on defense. Some guys are going to, as Mike Leach said, grab a guy by the neck and beat the hell out of him.
Or threaten every one of your teammates at halftime of a big game that you're going to beat all of them.
I mean, we've had this conversation for the past 2 days about how we've gotten soft as a program and how we need more toughness.
You've sold me on it. Let's hire Muschamp.
You're an easy sell. I'm working on Baskerville over here, which I sense maybe a slight crack in the stony facade, but nowhere near in the boat yet.
Nowhere near in the boat. No, I can't.
Walker, where are you at on
can't
Muschamp?
abide.
I don't really think where he went to school matters. Like, if he's a good coach and he'd win football games, bring him in. Like, I really don't care. It's that simple. If he's better,
I'd hire Cornbread to come back and coach and be the defensive coordinator if it weren't. If he hadn't, whatever happened there in 2020.
Heck of a DC.
He was.
What about Justin Wilcox?
He's a great coach as well.
I like Wilcox too.
I don't like him as much as a Muschamp or Cornbread.
If we're talking about softness and toughness, I don't know if that's your guy. I see him as kind of being a schemer and all that stuff, and he's very good at that.
He's very Pac-12. He fit perfect out there. He's a West Coast guy.
Pac-12 doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a state of mind.
It is an attitude.
I mean, it's totally different from the SEC.
Coming up, we'll get your Rocky Top Report brought to you by Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. Put a bow on signing day. And all right, we put it off long enough. Tennessee basketball at Syracuse last night.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Oh, my God. Have you seen this pile of crap?
Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Holiday shopping? Keep it simple and give the gift of good beer and good food with a gift card from the Casual Pint North Shore, where everybody knows your name. It's the perfect gift for friends, family, coworkers, anyone who loves relaxing with a great brew or a good meal. Gift cards can be used for food, beer, or to-go brews from the cooler, so stop by the Casual Pint North Shore at 2045 Thunderhead Road and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Online at northshore.thecasualpint.com. Great beer, great food, great gifts from the Casual Pint North Shore.
Hey, this is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, in sports, home field advantage matters, and it's the same in real estate. Our team knows every neighborhood, every play that gets you the win, whether you're buying your first home or selling for top dollar. Let's get you in the end zone. Call me today at 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your next road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you
and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care. Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
It's time for the Rocky Top Report, brought to you by the Kregner Group.
Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. Check them out online, BoKnowsHouses.com. All right, Tennessee falls at Syracuse last night, 62-60. And I was thinking, Bob, of like a word to describe what we saw last night, because I see a lot of reaction online and, disaster, debacle, just awful, gross, whatever. The word I'm going with, ugly. Ugly? It was just ugly.
I felt like they were unprepared. That'd be my one word. I just felt like like we said yesterday when we had Shump on, this is a game that you win if you go in and just you take care of what you know you need to take care of. And it felt like somewhere along the line we got pulled in. They drug us into the mud. We started playing at their level.
Which I thought we were born in the darkness. I thought that was our
yeah.
Our
That's
level.
what I'm saying. It's like we out Houston last week. It felt like they out Tennessee'd us last night. Just really aggressive on defense.
It was so disappointing. I couldn't watch. I didn't watch any of the games after that. I just kind of watched some TV shows and went to bed. I did wake up this morning. First thing I did was listen to Rick Barnes' presser afterwards.
Yeah.
And first of all, it's such a stunning contrast between what we see out of Heupel.
Oh, and how frank Barnes
is. Where he answers questions and tells you what happened and what he thinks about it. And like the thing he really harped on, he's like, the thing that frustrates me is we're not doing what we practiced.
Yeah.
Like, we have practices and we have a game plan and like we know what Syracuse is going to do. And so we practiced what we're going to do. And then we get out there in the game and we didn't do it.
That'd have to be maddening. Oh, the two words that jumped out, sloppy, and they looked kind of unfocused. They weren't like zoned in. But I mean, sloppy with the ball.
Played terrible, 2 of 10 from the field. He was, I thought, atrocious defensively. Did grab 6 rebounds. Okpara was even worse, if that's possible. Cade Phillips pretty much no-showed, didn't do anything. I mean, really the one bright spot was Jalen Carey comes off the bench to score 22 points in 23 minutes, 9 rebounds. He was all we had.
Dwayne Brown, I think he came in out of necessity because I felt like his minutes were shrinking in the rotation, but they got into so much foul trouble in the first half.
He was okay.
He was all right. I mean, he doesn't play like a true freshman, which is good. He's playing less like a true freshman than Nate is. I really believe that. And that doesn't mean that, all's lost on Nate. It's just this thing's going to take some time, unfortunately.
Gillespie, 5 of 12 from the field, 0 of 3 from three-point range, only 10 points. Obviously, we need more out of him. Boswell plays 21 minutes. He is one of the ones with foul trouble, only attempts 3. He made 2 or 3 shots, but he got a shooting guard that shoots 3 times in a game. I mean, seems like a problem to me.
Abram hit a couple threes.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of guys that were essentially unplayable last night. I mean, Ethan Berg, 7 minutes. That just tells you all you need to know. That means Barnes saw it too. He was a liability out there.
We're not giving Syracuse enough credit. They did take Houston overtime.
Yeah, that team though, Bear. They first of all,
like 70th in the KenPom rankings.
Yeah, I mean, they just some of the plays they made. I mean, the one thing they were better than us at last night. Like it feels like we haven't refined our lob game at all with Felix. They had that one down pat, but just they don't shoot well. They don't shoot free throws well. I mean, they're horrible at the line.
I thought that one dude with the hitch was. I thought he was going to miss that second one, and we were going to dodge the bullet there. But
that, I mean, it's just that's a game. You know, I said it on the text thread last night when we were hanging around down a point, up a point. It's like great, but if we lose, that's one of the worst losses for that basketball team I've seen in a while. Now, all that to say, it's a long season. It's early in the season. People need to calm down. I'm already hearing people saying, you know, they built this roster terribly.
Rick Barnes broke Amen.
Yeah, it's like, just hang on, man. But it was hard to watch last night for sure. And, you know, Syracuse, I'll be interested to see where they net out this season. They're better than last year, like we said. But, man, they did that without their leading scorer last night, by the way. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, there is that.
I would bank on Syracuse being better than what their ranking is right now. Like just from their early season, like they've played a lot of really good teams close. They just beat us. Like they're going to be a lot higher than the 90th in KenPom by the time we get to 26.
Walker's a good guy to have around because I've noted he's a. It's not that bad, guys.
Glass half full.
He's a come on, guys. So it's not that bad. He's that guy.
Yeah.
I try.
Which, I mean, the three of us could veer a little negative from time to time, so it's probably good to have that guy around.
We've been beat down for a lot longer.
You know, something we didn't mention last night on our text thread, and one of the listeners just piped it in on the live chat too. Missing JP Estrella was kind of a thing last night. We could have,
I mean, I think he's our team leader.
Yeah.
I think we lost so much leadership off last year. Yeah. I think he's the one that could be.
That's a problem, though.
We have none.
Well, and it's a good point because last year it was undeniably Zakai Ziegler and Jemai Meshak's team.
Yeah.
And we knew when we're out of sorts, like those guys are going to speak up, tell us what to do. Those guys were going to help us dig it. Those are the guys you look to when you're in the foxhole. And I don't know that. I mean, we don't have it right now. It might emerge. Maybe it's Estrella. I feel like it needs to be Gillespie. Maybe Ament can become that guy eventually, but I don't think we have that guy right now. And I think that's a pretty clearing problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a huge ask for Ament as a 18-year-old freshman, especially a guy that's obviously going to be a one and done. You'd like for it. I'd be fine with it being Estrella, but he's got to be out of the training room.
You got to play.
You got to be on the court to be the team leader. So
could it be Carey?
Could be. He's
just
vocal
hard
on the floor.
It's just hard for those guys that haven't been in the system to come in and do that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a void right now. Somebody needs to step into it.
Yeah, but that's just another point in the fact that this team is nowhere near a finished product. That's what, like, when you're not a finished product, you're going to get got in situations like this where you go on the road, it's snowing, it's miserable for the players, you go in there half-focused, and when you're not a finished product, you're going to lose those games.
I'll tell you one thing else I did notice. Syracuse's coach, kind of crazy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did you see him talking to himself, walking up and down on the bench?
Were we surprised that Syracuse storms the floor there?
A little bit.
I was pretty stunned.
The whole vibe of the game was weird.
The
it felt like the radio call was absolutely slanted towards Syracuse. And what's weird is that Dennis Scott was the color commentator.
3D.
Yeah.
If I never hear him say cookies again, that'll be
cookies. And by the way, they're freshmen. They're not rookies. The play-by-play guy kept calling Ament. And anybody that was a first-year player was a rookie. It's
That's
like
weird. I didn't notice that.
This ain't the NBA. I mean, I realize these guys are getting paid, but
yeah, it was. And speaking of Ament, man, that line 2 of 10 shooting, 7 turnovers.
What was our turnover to assist?
Not great.
We had
17 to 15.
17 turnovers, but they had 16 turnovers. That's the kind of glaring stat, the differential, is that they had 24 points off our turnovers, and we only had 10.
There's the game.
When there's that one spot where in the midway through the second half, when it's helter-skelter, it's going back and forth, and I think Gillespie grabbed the ball in the corner, throws it the length of the court to aim it, and it just goes off his hands out of bounds. Or it might have gone right through his hands. It was like, dude, what's going on here?
It's a trial by fire for Nate Ament right now. He's going to have to work out the kinks in this stretch of hard games and then fix everything before conference play.
This is about the time in the calendar year when Dalton Connect went through his struggles.
Yeah,
true.
We knew there were going to be struggles for this kid. Like, he's about as raw of a basketball prospect as you're going to find at that size, with that young, who doesn't fully develop his body. It's going to take him months, maybe not even until we get into conference play, for him to fully wake up.
All right, that is the Rocky Top Report, brought to you by Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. They do real estate the right way. You know, buying and selling a home, it's one of the most stressful situations you can go through in life today. You need an experienced individual representation in your corner. That's Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. They can take all the stress off your shoulders and make the modern real estate experience as easy as possible. Get it listed, get it sold, and move on. It's what they do over there at the Kregner Group. Give them a call. Tell them Fan Run sent you. 865-742-1035 is Bo's number. Set up a free consultation. 865-742-1035. You can also visit them online at BoKnowsHouses.com. Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others. Yeah, that was one when that was over. I know, I guess Kentucky lost a close one at home.
They did.
Florida lost a close one.
Yeah, the Florida Duke game was great.
Battle.
Great game.
Yeah. Florida had them for just a minute, but couldn't hold on at the end.
Is the 8-footer getting minutes?
No,
he's not.
They need guards. They're kind of like us. Their two starting guards are better than ours, but they don't have much else depth-wise at guard. But yeah, Kentucky lost again.
Did they bring Willie Cauley-Stein out to address the crowd?
Yes, they did.
Were they like, who's that? Oh, yeah, football. That's the thing we do before basketball.
That's pretty loud. He came out and was very, animated, fired up. He didn't.
I saw Pat Fitzgerald do his thing, and Sparty, the mascot, came and jumped on him, like hugged him and wrapped his legs around him.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's the guy you do that to.
A little weird. Yeah.
Former linebacker.
All right, let's go to the phones. 865-966-3435. Your phone number if you want to get on the show this afternoon. You can call or text to the drive at 865-966-3435. DR Vol up first today. What up, DR?
What's going on, guys? Yeah, that game was a lot of fun last night. It really had me to thinking. We went from everything school to everything sucks school at the moment.
I'm telling you, we were talking about it in a group text last night, DR. And the word curse was brought up, I think. And I think Danny Madoff for us cursed us by putting up those walls in Neyland Stadium.
I think it's all been downhill since Tony Vitello left myself.
I think it's all been downhill since Russ cursed us himself. He kept talking this summer about how great everything was going. No offense.
I might have been tempting the wrath of the whatever high atop the thing.
Oh, you tempted him. You gave him the one-finger salute, and he responded, and now we're falling apart. I couldn't get over how bad I meant. Look, Russ, you're talking about that pass down the court. I was sitting in a Mexican restaurant. I had my pods in, and that went through his hands. I said, you got to be effing kidding me. Thankfully, the guy didn't speak English. But, it was so frustrating last night. He keeps playing like that, man. He needs to take half what we gave him and give it to Lady Vols so we can keep it within 10 of UCLA.
He had a legit – Bishop Boswell, nice pass to the floor.
He's wide open layup.
Yes.
He had a legit look at the end, and he was at a weird angle and everything else. I know it's easier.
And you're rushing.
Yeah.
0.4 seconds.
Yeah, but still.
How much time has to be on the clock for you to catch and shoot?
0.3.
They had 0.5. So yeah, he had, I mean, it would have counted if he hit it, but he didn't come close. That's kind of par for the course for the night.
Guys, my call today is about the word momentum. Bob kind of talked about he wasn't excited about today. I wasn't either. Now, it did get my juices flowing a little when I saw Legend Bay sign, but how much momentum does our program have right now? Because I'm going to be honest with you, signing day, I don't really care unless we get a kicker, I guess. But that's not going to help us for next year because if he has another bad season, he's not going to be around to develop these guys. And half these guys won't be around this time next year. But I had a buddy of mine, he posted on Twitter talking about the end of the Dooley days and the Butch days and about how there was no momentum. And maybe we're too close to it. Do y'all see us having any momentum right now? I mean, I guess if we finish top 5 class, that'll pep it up a little, but that's got me worried, honestly.
I don't think it's
got to have momentum.
Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as you think it is right now. DR, I don't know that we have a ton of momentum. It's like I think we are an established program, and I think that people recognize that some things went against Tennessee. I think the big picture is you need to get your defense fixed. Yeah. And, hopefully if you have a clear quarterback off season, you're going to tighten. You have a chance to bring back your entire starting offensive line. I mean, there's chatter now that Lance Hurd might not go. So
really,
yeah. And so if you keep your receivers, you keep your running backs and you get quarterback right, then your offense is going to be pretty good. And if you fix the defense, man, you're right back there. I mean, you're not like, Florida and Auburn and all these schools that hire new coaches and you're kind of jealous of because they've got new car smell. It's like, they're not going to be contending next year. Like, they're going to be going through year 0 next year.
Yeah.
Tennessee should be able to jump right back in.
Let me reel it in for a second, though, too. One thing, we've talked about all these players today. Are we comfortable with what we have at running back right now? I'm not,
I think you got to get somebody out of the portal. I mean,
yeah.
I like Bishop and Peyton Lewis, although there's been rumblings that he might look around, and
Dwayne
Morris. Yeah.
Dwayne Morris, that's it.
I think he's a nice prospect. It'd be cool to have a home run hitter back there.
Yep.
Do y'all think it's something more than the defense? I mean, obviously they fix the defense. We got to fix our culture. I mean, or we had our quarterback talking about how they, talking about practice. They don't take it seriously. Didn't have good practice. Is that a culture problem?
Yeah, I think so.
So don't we need to fix that first?
Yes.
I don't know how you go about doing that. I mean, Heupel's not going to change. He is who he is.
This is what we've had this huge debate all week long, and I know a lot of people have about the whole physical appearance thing with Josh. And while I don't put too much stock into that, I do believe that's what I needed my wife to enlighten me on this, and she did. She was like, well, couldn't that vibe transcend into what goes on out on the practice field in terms of preparation and everything else? And so that goes back to culture, like you said. I think that's a legitimate point.
I remember when Cutcliffe came back in 2006, and it was a big, hey, no more hats or earrings inside the facility.
Yeah.
We're all going to wear the same gear when we're working out together, and we're going to tuck our shirt tails in.
Yeah.
And that's stuff like, 22-year-old Russ, you would roll, oh my God, like, well, come on, grandpa, who cares about any of that? But like 45-year-old Russ is like, okay, like the details matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think that needs to be fixed. And God knows, Russ, what your mom would say about it. What did she think of that old fat Kansas coach that they had years ago that
Mangino, Mark Mangino?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can bring it up next time I see her and get you a report if you need that.
Another guy.
I'm joking. Last point, and I'll get off here. I've taken up too much of y'all's time. But do you guys think part of the culture problem, because has that really been brought up before this season? A lot of that's got to do with Nico and Boo, right?
I don't think it helped any. And I think this year I wondered, and I can't remember if it was Monday or if it was on voluntary reaction, but looking back on it, when the leadership council and everybody kind of heard, there's rumors around town, the players didn't want Boo back.
Well,
they,
you bring up. We just got through talking about leadership at the basketball. Who's the field general, floor general out there? Who's the Zakiah Jemai? The 2022 team, Hendon Hooker was the unquestioned maestro of and he was a tough guy. And I don't know that Joey was comfortable doing that. Would he be more comfortable in a second year? Maybe. I don't know.
More
But
skin in the game.
Yeah, I think you need some more of that in the program. You need some more accountability, and I do think there's something to be said for we didn't know it at the time. Hindsight's 2020, but yeah, they should have kicked Boot Carter off the team in August and sent a message and follow through on that. DR, thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
Quick timeout. The Drive, Fan Run Radio, 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon. Quick timeout. We're back with more after this.
The Drive. You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold weight filter. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw also works Chicago, Illinois.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today. Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, guys, Bill physical? No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
Citizens National Bank.
Looking for the ideal gift this holiday season? Visa gift cards from Citizens National Bank make the perfect gift. It's the right size, the right color every time. Ask about personalized bulk orders for your family and friends or customers and employees. For more information, call or stop by today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues Wednesday afternoon edition of the show. Thanks for being along for the ride. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville. Baron Walker through the looking glass this afternoon. We are taking your phone calls at 865-966-3435. Derek on the text box says, in a word, last night's basketball performance, vomitous.
Oh,
vomitous. Is that even a word?
I think so.
Vomitous.
I think vomitous may be what you call the actual like puke.
Nauseating.
Thanks for clearing that up.
No problem.
Bill says game last night was about as ugly as the uniforms we wore. Looked like practice unis.
Agreed.
I like the all black uniforms. Maybe just put I would put a little bit more orange on the pants, maybe somewhere. Give it a little more. Lot of potential, but they do look like practice uniforms right now.
They do. I'd buy that. Just some trim.
Yeah, just like a trim on it,
Yeah.
whether it's on the belt or on
That's
the
what I'm
outside
saying.
of the legs.
That's why I said that yesterday. They look like practice uniforms. I think a bigger stat, I don't know that anybody's brought this up. You realize against Houston, Kansas, and Syracuse, we're only shooting 30% from three.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, I mean,
Three-point
I don't
shooting
think
is
we
tough.
have nearly enough shooting on this team. Texter says Tennessee needs to address the strength and conditioning coach as well. That's the person in charge of your program in the offseason. That's Boo Carter crap. Would have been taken care of this summer with a good coach.
Strength. There is a lot of culture built in the weight rooms with the strength and conditioning coaches across all sports. Like it's very, very important for your culture to have a good one at that spot.
Yeah, and the whole he was just AWOL, did not go to summer workouts, and then that comes out in August, and he's still on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
You
remember do you guys remember the audio that came out of Kiffin kicking that kid off the team 2 years ago? And he's just like, dude, you can't just hide behind. Because the guy was saying I was having a mental health crisis, or I think he ended up suing. I think he ended up suing Kiffin and got thrown out. But Kiffin was like, "Look, man, we support all that stuff. You can't hide behind that, though. You were told that the head coach wants to see you, and you just ghosted us." It's like, no. Then he told me, he's like, "Just get out of here. Just get out.
Yeah.
You're off the team."
Well, I mean, it looks really bad, and I would imagine that's probably one of the bigger reasons that his teammates didn't want him back. He didn't put in the work they did all summer.
No, and it
just
showed when he did get on the field.
He's lazy.
It's interesting, and I remember talking about this last football season. Excuse me. This comes on the live chat from Lightning Larry Jenkins. He wrote,
okay,
great name.
He wrote, guys, here's my thing, and this is kind of going towards what we've been talking about today. Who are our alphas? I look around, I don't see any. I love Joey, I really do, but compare him to Pavia. They're two different guys. We got a bunch of nice guys. Who are the dogs? Then he says, our players are the type of guys who are thankful and grateful to be here. Aw shucks type of guys. Go get us some guys who let the other team know who the hell we are. Arian Carter type mentality. And I do agree. I said this last year. I think about this the other night when you're watching Auburn and Alabama in the Iron Bowl. Kalen DeBoer, I mean, that translates to the player's mindset too. That play he went for the win, man.
That was crazy.
It's like we don't do that anymore. We did that kind of stuff for a minute, but it's been a couple years now since we've
Heupel's
done
gotten
that.
scared.
Yeah, I mean it's for real. It's for real. So it starts at the top, but you're right. You need some players who have that kind of that mentality of, man, our coach believes it. We believe it. We're going to do it. I mean, I've said it all along. That's the reason Vanderbilt's good this year. Obviously, Clark Lee and what he's done to build that team, but Pavia created this mindset, man. They all bought into it.
Or we had it last year with Dylan Sampson. That was a big loss.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. That is right.
No, I think
Toughness and
is
leadership.
Lightning Larry. I think
Lightning Larry Jenkins.
Lightning Larry Jenkins. I wholeheartedly concur.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, who do we have? I mean, it's Arian Carter, and then the other problem is the other kid that I did notice it out of, and have watched a bunch of video on him is a Perlotti kid, but I mean, he's a green freshman. Nobody's gonna.
I mean, Joseph's tried to do a little of it Saturday. It wasn't at the greatest time. I mean, it's like, come on, man, just because it was almost like rocket fuel for Pavia at that point.
Yeah, it was a little bit poking the bear.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, we finally got off the field after a couple of holding penalties. Let's not act like we're dominating this game or anything.
We're the 85 Bears on defense.
Yeah, we don't have to pick at that wound again. But I do think, and maybe that's something that has to be done through the portal. Maybe that's your quarterback. Hey, we need a dog in here. We need an alpha dog.
Yep.
I think that's a really good point and important thing to think about here going into the portal season. Coming up, we'll visit with Bill Bender in hour number 2. It's been a while since we've gone on a bender with Bill, the sporting news. As we ask Bill, and he's up there in Big Ten country, what in the world is going on at Penn State? Yeah. I read a blurb today. They're thinking about just giving it to the interim.
Who is the interim?
Terry Smith.
I mean, if you end up doing that, you go from James Franklin to his cornerbacks coach.
Yeah.
And you whiffed out. I mean, one of the fallbacks was supposedly Brian Hartline, and he goes to South Florida today, so he's off the table. I mean, John Curry is sitting somewhere going, man, that thing's a mess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jeff Brom too, right? That name's popped up, but today he cleared that up, said, I'm not going anywhere.
I mean, he's not leaving Louisville.
No.
What'd you all think about Franklin? You think that was intentional with the crumble cookies?
I don't know.
At
Don't you have to
Virginia Tech?
plan that out a couple of days in advance?
I don't know.
You don't know? You have to plan things in advance, don't you? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the top of the hour break. Stay with us. We've got Walker Smith and the top 4 at 4 coming up next right here on many of these Fan Run affiliates. More Fan Run Radio after the break.
The Drive.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Timeless traditions start with the ones we love and what we bring home for the season. Bring Inward Half home this holiday. Comfort and performance, made for the journeys you take and the memories you make. For quiet moments or the days you'll remember forever. From performance polos to cozy hoodies, modern apparel for men, women, and kids, there's something for everyone. This holiday, make tradition comfortable. Make it memorable. Make it Inward Half.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less? Simply by changing how your mortgage is structured. Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. Fan Run Radio and Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by Matlock Tire and Auto Service. Walker Smith, what do you got?
At number 1, the number 19 Lady Vols have its SEC ACC Challenge game tonight at the 8-1 Stanford Cardinal. Tip-off is at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time and will be on ESPN2.
Tara Vanderveer still coaching out there?
No, she retired 2 years ago, year and a half ago.
Okay.
They're still a good program.
Lady Vols a 7.5-point favorite tonight at Stanford.
Really?
We need a dub.
7.5 point favorite over an 8-1 Stanford team. That's something. It's weird because I'm always used to Stanford just being good. They've always been good.
Now, we've had some knockdown dragouts with them over the years. Pat and Tara back in the day.
Yep. We need some good news, man.
Come on, Kim.
Let's go get a dub. Can't go to California and come back with 2 L's.
Yeah, exactly.
What time is that?
9:15.
Ooh. Late tip on the West Coast. I'll tune in.
Lady Vols after dark. Should be good. At number 2, Kansas State head coach Chris Kleiman is set to retire as early as today. Texas A&M offensive coordinator Colin Klein is set to take over as the permanent head coach. Nothing has been finalized yet, but both sides are in discussion. Klein will continue to run the Aggie offense and call plays through their run in the college football playoff.
He's only 58. Yeah. A little young to be retiring, huh? I mean, they're 6-6 this past season, but they were 9-4 the year before, 9-4 the year before, 10-4 the year before.
He's a good coach, man.
Yeah, I remember when they got him from North Dakota State, and everybody's like, "Oh man, what a shrewd hire by the Wildcats," and it seemed like he had them playing pretty well. I kind of wonder, Colin Klein played there, and he's a name that is starting to get, like we heard him, and tied to Oklahoma State and Arkansas and jobs like that. And I wonder if they kind of looked at it and said, "Oh, this guy that we want to be our coach for years to come is about to be, he's going to be a head coach somewhere. We want to scoop him up." And they kind of pushed Kleiman out the door.
Yeah, I hope Kleiman's not done coaching. You're right. He's a great coach. Someone will hire him. I mean, who knows? Maybe he goes to Penn State. A guy, like a really good coach, just falls backwards into Penn State's lap.
I'm not going to lie. That crossed my mind for a second. And then everybody in the media is saying it's retirement, but he would not be the first or the last that says they're retiring and then they're back in the mix.
It's true. At number 3, LSU pledge Lamar Brown, the number 1 prospect in the 2026 ESPN 300, is not expected to sign during the early signing period this week. Brown, a 6'5", 285-pound defensive tackle, remains verbally committed to the Tigers, but he intends to wait for the newly hired coach Lane Kiffin to assemble his LSU coaching staff before signing.
Where's he from?
He's from Louisiana.
I have a hard time seeing him not following through with that.
Yeah.
Well, go hire Ogeron. He'll get him locked down.
Oh, yeah. If you got any questions about a prospect in Louisiana, just send Coach O at him. He'll put him in gold and purple.
Have Rodney give him a call.
Why not?
Why not?
Might as well.
We got a bag for you, Lamar. Come on up. Name your price. 6'5", 285-pound defensive tackle from Irwinville, Louisiana, the #1 prospect in the country. I'd take that.
I'd take it. I don't think it happens.
No.
But
let me dream, Bob. Can I dream?
No,
for a minute?
What I was going to say, I was going to segue into, we got to make some noise in the portal, man. That's got to happen this time. And
Yes.
we got the money. I got to believe we got the money.
And not the whole, this guy went in the portal. Yeah, let's go take. How about we go tamper with a guy that we like that's lighting it up at Miami or NC State or something like that and say, hey, man, why don't you jump in the portal and come here and do it on the big stage at the SEC?
That's right.
Let's get aggressive.
Let's be the hammer and not the
Let's
nail.
get
for a
cutthroat
change.
about this.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami stole one of our best defensive players last year.
It's true.
Yeah, it did happen. And at number 4, some news across the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo and his agent are having conversations with the Milwaukee Bucks about the two-time MVP's future and discussing whether his best fit is staying or leaving the team. In other news, the LA Clippers announced that Chris Paul is no longer on the team and amid a free fall start to the season. Paul rejoined the Clippers in late July on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, just check this out. This is weird.
The Chris Paul thing is weird.
He announced this was going to be his last season, and then all of a sudden they're like, why don't you just head on out?
Apparently, him and Coach Teron Lue weren't on speaking terms.
Yeah,
that's
in the
healthy.
locker room or something like that. Not a good look for the Clippers.
Or Chris Paul never got his title.
No,
never got his title. By the way, most of not that I've played with him or anything, but most of what I've always heard is not exactly the greatest teammate.
Really?
Yeah. Great player.
Yeah, I
obviously.
mean that kind of surprises me. Just outside looking in, I always thought he was
Greek.
Seemed like
no. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
The fact that he's bounced around so many teams might lend
Yeah.
some credence to that too.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by Matlock Tire and Auto Service. I always go to Matlock every time I need a oil change, tire rotation. I'm sure I've got those coming up here soon. I'll go to the Farragut or Hardin Valley location. You find that amusing? Or
No, finish your. I'll get to
you,
it.
something you find funny about the Farragut location of Matlock Tire?
I frequent that location quite a bit, as a matter of fact, over the years. No, this is something I saw in the live chat, and I'll share in a minute.
Yeah.
Maintain your composure,
Lightning
Bob.
Larry again?
Lightning Larry Jenkins.
Matlock Tire and Auto Service, a staple of our community since 1953. Book your appointment online at matlocktireservice.com.
Oh, it's really good.
What's so funny on the live chat?
I'll give Bob the honors.
I'm just repeating what's been written in the live chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Compliments of Jeremy Sanders, because it is good.
It's a great one.
Wait a minute. Jeremy.
We were just talking about, man, let's get out there and, I want to, be the hammer, not the nail. Let's tamper. Jeremy says the only thing hype is tampering with, Russ, is the fridge.
Come on.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
Oh, come on.
That amuses you too?
It's pretty funny.
It's funny.
It's pretty good.
Personal appearance is not show fodder,
It's
Bob.
pretty funny.
I mean, when are you going to grow up, man? I mean, seriously.
You're on the drive now.
This is a very adult, grown-up, mature
Yeah,
show.
exactly.
Is a little maturity too much to ask?
These guys.
Maybe.
You really thought that was funny as well?
It's hilarious. It's very funny.
Tampering with it doesn't even make sense. Tampering with the refrigerator.
Oh, stop.
Oh, Bear.
All of a sudden,
Come on, Bear.
you're taking the high road here.
I take the high
That's
road every
rich.
day.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Paragon of virtue.
Mm-hmm.
Most moral guy on the drive.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Bear?
Yeah.
Ole Miss Athletics Director Keith Carter disputed several claims made by former Rebels coach Lane Kiffin, including the timing of when Kiffin was informed that he couldn't coach the team in the postseason. Carter was on Super Talk Mississippi, big sports show down there, and he said that Kiffin has, quote, said a lot of things publicly that I'm not sure are totally accurate, end quote, maybe the understatement of the century. Among those is the claim that he only learned early Sunday that he wouldn't be coaching Ole Miss in the college football playoff. Carter said Kiffin and his representatives were told several weeks ago that coaching Ole Miss in the playoff was not possible if Kiffin took another job. Bob, who are you believing in this he said, she said, Ole Miss athletics director Keith Carter or new LSU coach Lane Kiffin?
I don't know, man. Kiff deserves benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
No, I believe the AD, man. I mean, this guy is I think you were calling him a psychopath, Bear, and maybe we're splitting hairs.
I mean, that
I'd say sociopath.
Sociopath.
We're close.
What's the difference? I always forget. I took Psychology 101 in college. But.
That's a fair question. I think sociopath is more one that
he has no.
Psychopath is a guy like he chops up his parents and puts them in the refrigerator.
That's a psychotic episode.
And sociopath, I've always taken it. I'm not looking at a dictionary, but it's more to the whole thing that you're like me. Like I was saying this summer, I watched that documentary. He's like, man, I think he's figured it out. This is pretty good. He's a good dude. He's it comes off as unassuming until you then start to see him show they show their true colors.
They have no empathy. They don't. They think that
an impulsive liar just lies without regard.
They don't make human. Like they don't.
Yeah, this guy
have any empathy or sympathy for anyone.
He's more cyborg than human.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally believe that they told him weeks ago that, man, if you take another job, you're not. And he just thought in his mind that they don't mean that, or even if they do, I can talk them out of it. And when it comes right down to it, they're going to let me coach the team. And they were just like, no, we've told you, Lane, we've been over this several times now. That's not an option for you. And he's like, so you're saying it's an option?
Well, that's the point. Is that I'd say that falls into that category too. Is someone who just create, they pretty much manufacture their own reality too. It's like, he believes what he believes, and what you're saying, I don't believe you. I'm just gonna, I should be coaching this team, so that's what should happen.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm beginning to think we can't trust him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't like to cast aspersions. It's not in my nature, but. Feel like he's been caught in a series of lies here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
And another one that ties to Tennessee here, and another item that might shock you. I want you to be sitting down for this, but rumors coming out of L.A. on the message boards that one up and coming quarterback prospect Nico Iamaleava might be entering the transfer portal.
Oh gosh.
Third school in 2 years.
I know, it's shocking, right? None of us.
In 1 year.
He wanted to be home. He wanted to be near family.
Family.
There is some message board chatter out there that Nico might be on the move again.
Yeah,
maybe he's got family somewhere else in the Big Ten or the ACC.
I'd be more surprised if he stayed than him going elsewhere. Particularly, they're going to have a new coach. If it's, I was going to say Kenny Chesney, but if it's Bob Chesney, he's much more defensive minded. So I don't know. They need a quarterback still, of course, but I don't know. I think
just going to throw this out there. We're looking for a quarterback. He knows the system.
No. We would have lost more games this year if he had stayed.
He knows the system, Bob.
He does know the system.
Knows the terminology.
He's not a good quarterback.
Maybe he does.
And the way we all simp for that guy.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, I think he is and can be a good quarterback. And I think his dad has done him dirty and is not allowing him to develop. And whether it was here, like the best thing for him would have been to go and play at a Texas Tech or Kansas State or something like that last year and just stay there and develop and gain experience and become good, because 6'6" with that kind of arm strength, that kind of speed doesn't grow on trees. And if he just put his nose to the grindstone and showed that he was about the work and everything, he'd be like,
he's a tough kid.
Yeah. So their NFL team is going to draft him. I think they still will, but not as highly as he should go. He should be a first rounder.
He was mocked that way heading into our year with him. The early mocks had him as a first round pick.
Do you see he like dyed his hair blue a couple weekends ago?
I saw that. He had like
blue streaks, maybe.
Yeah,
or
blue streaks or
highlights.
blue frosted tips or whatever it is.
Accents.
Yeah, it was.
He also had some issues with maturity.
Really, it's really good to see that masculinity is not dead in our society.
Yeah.
The guy out there painting his nails a couple of years ago is quarterback for the Bears now, and now we got Nico with highlights. Like I don't when I hear that, I think about my grandmother. Like she had highlights.
Have you ever seen the kid? Because he is throttling up on this. Played ball at Duke basketball. Jared McClain, is that his name? Because he's another one, and
he was precious,
and he does all the TikTok videos, and he's doing them again now too. And I mean, he's a player, man. He's really good.
Really good on the Sixers.
What is this? Describe his TikToks, Bob.
Well, it's like dancing and other stuff, but it's is
he very effeminate?
It's kind of effeminate. Yeah.
Your guy Tyrese Halliburton has done the same thing.
Yeah, he has. He can't right now though because he's got a bad Achilles.
I'll tell you, he's not Jemai Meshack.
Okay. Here's the formal, and boy, tell me this doesn't smack of Lane Kiffin. This is the definition of sociopath. A person with a psychopathic personality whose behavior is antisocial, often criminal, and who lacks a sense of moral responsibility or social conscience.
Well, I'll give him the last one. I mean, I don't think Lane is criminal or
that we know of.
The first one, psychopathic. Like
but antisocial, moral responsibility, social conscience, lack of those things. I think that tracks.
Oh, a psychologist would have a field day just evaluating him.
Yeah. I loved what Brad Logan said yesterday. He's like one of those uncles you have who's just a lot.
That was a great way of characterizing him.
Yeah.
Apparently, I told you guys before the show, according to the Lanestein files, the women of his Oxford hot yoga class are dishing today. Imagine that. Yeah. A bunch of gals from a hot yoga class talking. They didn't like him a whole lot.
Yeah. By the way, on the text box, this is back to the caliber of players that we should be getting. This is from the 423. We need some hard-ass alphas on the football team instead of a bunch of, and then in caps it says, you're Mincy. These people don't forget, do they?
Well, we've got one in prison now. I mean, talk about some street cred you want to add to the program. There's a level of toughness in the locker room.
Yeah.
Now that's a psychopath, not a sociopath.
But his
he's
was
Norman Bates.
His was more. I think there was always in the article I read about him. That was at that time where, remember, all these guys were. It was called what, spice, like bath salts and stuff. I don't know. He was on that stuff. Are you talking about Jansen Jackson?
No.
Oh, you said one of ours was in jail now.
We're talking about Mincy.
Yeah.
Stay with us. The drive continues. Coming up, Jansen Jackson reference. You never know where the show is going to take a turn here on Fan Run Radio. Bill Bender of the Sporting News coming up next.
The Drive.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Ho, 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 ho!
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Holiday shopping? Keep it simple and give the gift of good beer and good food with a gift card from the Casual Pint North Shore, where everybody knows your name. It's the perfect gift for friends, family, coworkers, anyone who loves relaxing with a great brew or a good meal. Gift cards can be used for food, beer, or to-go brews from the cooler, so stop by the Casual Pint North Shore at 2045 Thunderhead Road and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Online at northshore.thecasualpint.com. Great beer, great food, great gifts from the Casual Pint North Shore.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Gatlinburg-Pittman High School quarterback Tyson Sutton. Sutton completed 9 of 23 passes for 143 yards and a touchdown in Gatlinburg-Pittman's 23-20 win over Chattanooga-Tyner as the Highlanders advanced to take on Martin Westview in the Class 3A state championship game this week in Chattanooga. Gatlinburg-Pittman's Tyson Sutton, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back 9 Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back 9 Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
It's the most wonderful time.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. It's a Wednesday afternoon edition of the show. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bob Baskerville, Barron Walker through the glass this afternoon. Doing the thing on a Wednesday edition of The Drive. And time to go on a bender with Bill Bender of the Sporting News on the line. Hello, Bill. How are you, sir? Bill,
Hello,
you there?
How are you?
Hey.
Yeah, you got me. Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. Long time no talk. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Everything going all right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been a busy couple weeks with the holidays, the coaching carousel, the college football playoff. I don't know. You guys fire away. It's signing day today, which slips through your fingers sometimes. It's just been a crazy couple weeks. There's no doubt, but we're having fun.
It has been. And, I guess let's start with what in the world is going on at Penn State. You have your finger on the pulse of the Big Ten a lot more than we do. Is this reaching John Curry at Tennessee 2017 levels of dysfunction?
Here's the hard part is like you had a coach when he was fired, James Franklin. I was asking, if you're the next guy going to that job, are you going to ask the athletic director, hey, you just got rid of the guy that won 70% of the time. What are you going to do with me? You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do to me when I have a 5-7 season? Or a 6-6 season, which in the college football playoff era is probably going to happen more. And now James Franklin's mad at his former employer, right? He's flipped 11 kids. That was the number last time I looked. It might be more, and reminding people, and I know you guys remember this era, there was a time in the late 90s, early 2000s where Virginia Tech was by far a more recognizable program nationally than Penn State was. It happened again. That's the crazy part.
Bill, it's good to be able to talk to you for the first time. Always enjoy following your work. And yeah, it's a great time of year to be talking with you. We were talking about this is college football playoff related. And I wanted to get your take on this because I come away from it confused, which if people who know me say that
Easy to do to hosts of this show.
Not that difficult. But in this case, I'm a little confused, need a little guidance. And that is, if Duke wins the ACC conference championship game, 5-loss Duke, and also based on what we saw at the college football playoff rankings last night, if James Madison wins their conference championship and then the winner of North Texas and Tulane win, is it a requisite that Duke gets into that field of 12? Isn't it based on the rankings at that point?
It'll be on committee discretion at that point. They would, as the rankings stand now, they would not.
Yeah.
Nor should they. Nor should a 5-loss team get in a college football playoff, which will be disaster hour for the ACC at that point. If you thought it was bad when Florida State was unbeaten and didn't get in, just wait till that happens. Duke wins, and then that scenario unfolds. They're probably privately hoping in some ways that Virginia just takes care of business. And here's another problem it just brings up. I know you guys are in Tennessee, and the SEC championship has so much value to that conference. I understand that. In this format, conference championships don't have as much value. Does that make sense? They just don't to me.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
No. Well, I mean, if Alabama loses and falls to 10-3, are they out?
I think it's going to get real interesting depending on, what the committee did last night, and I wrote about it for Sporting News, is they kind of insulated that argument a little bit. If it's a typical Georgia-Alabama 10-point game, not really a blowout, I think all they'll do is slide Alabama behind Notre Dame. And this Notre Dame-Miami argument, a lot of people are thinking, well, they're going to change their mind Sunday. Why wouldn't they just do it Tuesday? What's going to change between Notre Dame and Miami from now through Sunday? And the answer is nothing, right? So I think they would bump Alabama down one spot and keep them in, and they'd be the last at large. If Alabama loses by a bunch of points, we're going to have a weird discussion. And here's the other one. If Alabama wins, I'm pretty sure they're going to be the number 4 seed.
I was going to ask you that question. I was wondering if there's a chance that there'd be 3 Big Ten teams in the top 4 if that happened.
I can't see it. I can see it. I mean, you have a 1-loss team and a 2-loss team, but I just think the committee would get into some word, justification that, hey, they won the SEC. There's 5 SEC playoff teams. We're rewarding a conference championship. You give them the 4th seed. And I don't know that I would put up much of a fight at that point, honestly, because otherwise you have 3 Big Ten teams. It's going to be a big first weekend for the SEC in the playoff regardless, because they're probably going to have 2 or 3 home games, whether it's Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. I think all 3 of those schools, by the way, could host.
I think Oregon and Ole Miss are properly seeded, like where they are, 5 and 6. Like those teams should be hosting playoff games. I don't know how I feel about them potentially moving up without playing. You have to reward these conference championship games, and you do have to limit the blow of losing them a little bit. Although, man, if 10-3 Alabama still gets in, it's not only the other leagues that are going to be upset about that. I mean, there are 15 SEC schools that don't want to see that happen.
Well, and they always, as you guys know, they always get the benefit of the doubt.
Bama privilege is what we call it around here.
Is that what it? I was wondering. I just, you look at the playoff rankings, all but 2 years in the final rankings, when they had 1 loss, highest 1-loss team. When they're unbeaten, highest unbeaten team. 2-loss team, highest 2-loss team. Highest 3-loss team last year. I mean, you guys know that. And that's why I'm not naive to it. When we try to get in these arguments, I'm like, wait, you think Alabama's not going to get the benefit of the doubt? have you watched college football the last 12 years? That kind of thing. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying
Sure.
tends to happen, and I could see it happening again. But here's another point I want to make. Championship games, get rid of them. Don't give automatic berths. In it.
Let's talk. This is in your neck of the woods, at least one of the schools. They're going to be playing in Indianapolis. But
Hello?
Bill. Oh, we lost Bill. Hey, see if we can get a better connection with him. We're having some weird things going there. It is a shame that, a lot of the luster is taken off these championship games.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about this like early in the season, that an undefeated matchup of Indiana and Ohio State would actually be, I'm really intrigued to see how they do, because I mean, it feels like a prove it moment for Indiana. They are going to be going in their guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
I think Ohio State will be motivated to play for a championship in an undefeated season, but they've kind of been there before, and feels to me like Indiana is going to be the team with the maybe slight motivational edge there.
Yeah, and I mean, home field, playing in Indianapolis, although Columbus, it's not that far. The Ohio State fans will travel well. Do we have Bill back?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
That'll be a fun game.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about it. For me, both teams will be plenty motivated. And Indianapolis is close enough. I mean, that's an easy drive for, like you said, for a bunch of Ohio State fans. It is like the Heisman game between Fernando and Julian Sands, both great quarterbacks. These are two of the best defenses in college football. So I can't decide if it's going to be like an offensive game on a fast track, or they're just going to play to 17 in a defensive slugfest, and I could see it going either way.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm from the state of Indiana. I'm not an Indiana University fan necessarily, but I am so impressed with what they've done this year. Really, what Cignetti's done in 2 seasons. But man, I do think they have their work cut out for them based on what I saw after I watched that Ohio State-Michigan game, because that Ohio State defense just totally shut the water off on Michigan last weekend.
Yeah, they're in that Georgia 21-22, nasty Alabama. They're in that. I'm not saying they're better than Georgia 21-22, but they're in that realm at least. They just dominate people, and Matt Patricia's been amazing, and just can't. They don't give up a lot of touchdowns. So I think where Indiana's going to hit the trouble spot is run the ball, and they really struggled to run the ball against Oregon, Iowa, Penn State, and Ohio State's better than all 3 of those defenses. So, that's where Fernando's probably going to be stressed to make a couple plays, and we'll see if he can make them. That said, though, I mean, Cignetti's just what he's been able to accomplish there in 2 years.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's came out of nowhere. And speaking of come out of nowhere, we visit with Bill Bender of the Sporting News here this afternoon on the show. And Brian Hartline, Bill, is a guy that, we were talking about that Penn State job. I saw his name connected there. That felt like maybe kind of an underwhelming hire for the Nittany Lions. Well, he's off the board today. He's going to Tampa to replace Alex Golish at USF. Tell us a little bit about Hartline. I'm sure are familiar with his story, being based out of Columbus. And what is the trajectory there? Obviously, Golish was able to use USF as a bounce into the SEC job. Is Hartline going to be coaching a Power 2 conference school here in the next couple of years as well?
I think so. I think it's a trial run for that. And, like when they were saying OC to head coach, that's a big jump. It's a huge jump. It's not that so I was a little hesitant on that. Even like Josh Heupel, right? He had a coaching job before he went to Tennessee. Big time programs rarely just go get the coordinator. And but with Brian Hartline, you're talking about, not saying this to be hyperbolic in any way, he might be the best receiver recruiter of all time. And that's why Chris Henry today, you're seeing Chris Henry Jr. hasn't fully committed to Ohio State. I mean, they've had 5 first-round picks at receiver in the last 4 drafts. All of those guys are awesome in the NFL. and Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate are on the way. So, I mean, that's what he's bringing that reputation on offense at that position to South Florida. I think he'll do well there. He has connections. He recruited Jeremiah Smith out of Florida, obviously. But this is kind of I don't want to say training wheels, that's demeaning, but this is that kind of show what you got job. And if he does well there, he'll be in the Power Four pretty quick.
Lane Kiffin. I just want to get your take on this. I mean, obviously there's been so many twists and turns, and you've covered the sport for a long, long time. I mean, have you ever seen, does this trump anything else you've ever seen in terms of just drama? And also, I was saying, I don't know if you saw the Lane Kiffin documentary this past summer that ESPN did with Ryan McGee, but they had me sold. I thought this guy had changed. Obviously not. Obviously not.
Well, Ryan does a great job. First of all, Ryan's my guy. Wonderful writer, good friend. As far as Lane, I've kind of made the joke, if you're looking for work and you're kind of reasonably built, they're going to need security guards when they go to Ole Miss next year. When LSU plays, I believe they play Tennessee again too, right? So, he loves to be the villain, or maybe he doesn't. I mean, I kind of see going to LSU. I understand that part of it. And I do think that the calendar in college football contributes to things like this happening. And Lane just happened to be the first coach in the playoff that did this Power 4 to Power 4. I mean, that's what he wants. Is it fair to Ole Miss? No. Is Keith Carter doing the right thing at Ole Miss? Absolutely. I'm glad they're probably still going to get a first-round home playoff game. But Lane's going to be Lane. And you know what? He'll probably do okay at LSU. But that's a different job. That's one where 3 of the last 4 guys have won a natty, as you guys know. And, I mean, they just got rid of Brian Kelly. And look at Brian Kelly's. Everybody likes to rip on Brian Kelly, by the way. Look at his win-loss record. I like James Franklin. It's not bad.
Yeah. No, I mean, surprised that Brian Kelly hasn't been tied to any of these open jobs.
I'm surprised Penn State hasn't called him, because at this point, when you've been turned down by this many names, you need to go get somebody.
Yeah.
And we're hearing, Brian Dable's emerging as a candidate. That doesn't excite me if I'm a Penn State fan. A lot of these guys, I mean, how many coaches got extensions because of Penn State? I think that number's around 6 or 7. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. I didn't mean to say 6, 7. My kids say it enough. I don't want to contribute to that madness. But you get what I'm saying. A lot of on that job. So why wouldn't you go take a look at Brian Kelly at this point? At this point for Penn State, that would be a win.
I mean, he is a warm body.
They're being embarrassed today, like with recruiting. They right now, as of now, I got to go back down and look. Last in the Big Ten out of 18 teams, and James Franklin had top 10 classes a couple times. It's tough sledding, man, for Penn State, no question.
It feels like now that you've mentioned Kelly, as a Penn State, you're not saying he's a possibility, but why wouldn't they contact him? I think that might be his only thing. I mean, all these stories I read, it's almost like this guy needs to take a break because there's been so many narratives built about.
Doesn't sound like he was burning the candle at both ends.
Not well liked, all this other stuff. So, but if you're Penn State, I agree with you, Bill. At this point, it's like, what do you got to lose? You've been turned down like 10 times now, literally.
Right. And the recruiting is important, and the image of the program. And, when James Franklin flipped more than 10 recruits today to go to Virginia Tech. That's one of the more stunning developments of the entire day. So I think and they're one of the early candidates on this, and a lot of the dominoes have fallen. So that's why when people are saying, well, how come Florida State hasn't fired Mike Norvell? I would say because we're this late in the cycle, and most of the candidates, including all of those American Conference guys that went to the SEC, all good guys, by the way, Summerall, Silverfield, Golish, I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, Eric Morris is going to Oklahoma State. He's a good one too. They're all gone. So who are you going to hire?
Yeah, it seems like you're either, unless you're LSU, Ohio State, I don't know, Michigan, like you probably count them on one hand, Bill, the schools that can attract a high level proven Power 4 conference coach to come take their job. Unless you're one of those schools, you're either hiring from the group of 5 or you're hiring a coordinator.
Yeah. And that's where we're at. Or you get like an NFL guy occasionally. It's something like that. Another rumor, message board type rumor, obviously, is like, well, what about Mike Tomlin to Penn State? Well, if you do that, by the way, 1, probably not. 2, the NFL season's over. He's not going to not finish the season with the Steelers. With them, they're tied for the lead in the AFC North. So, yeah, strange days at Penn State. There's no question.
Hey, Bill, really appreciate the time, my man. Thank you for hopping on and fighting through the technical glitch or whatever happened there. Go check him out at the Sporting News at Bill Bender 92 on X. Always a pleasure, Bill. Thanks for hopping on.
Hey, anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Sir. Bill Bender, one more time on the program this afternoon, and a fascinating situation playing up there in Happy Valley. Nobody wants the job.
I mean, they've gone from being they were top 3. I can't remember exactly where they were ranked. They were in the top 3.
A precipitous fall from grace.
Yeah.
To having fired their coach and nobody wants their job now.
Final 4 team last season. They were in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just a
do you think those fans that were booing him and his daughter, and he's walking out the tunnel that last game, do you think there's a little regret there?
100%.
Yes. Could you imagine being a fan of theirs right now? Imagine if that was us, the level of freak out we'd be going through.
I don't know, but would you be like, we weren't, when our thing was blowing up even worse than theirs, we weren't regretting firing Butch.
No. That is true, but there's a huge difference between Botch and James Franklin. He lost to James Franklin.
He did.
Walker, your guy, Dillingham, there's no way he's going to get coaxed away from anywhere.
I don't think he's going anywhere. He's born and raised in Arizona. He's went to Arizona State. He's already come out and said it's where he's going to be. He's not moving. I'd be really surprised.
Yeah, a bunch of guys and all those. These guys are just like signing extensions. I saw where the guy at Georgia Tech signed one.
Yeah, he signed one today. I'm blanking on his name.
Kirk Ferentz announced he will return for a 28th season with the Hawkeyes.
He got the original can't fire him because his buyout's too big contract.
Ferentz was on that staff. Was it the 93 or 94 staff with the Belichick's staff, the Browns, that
was
like
bad.
so many coaches came from. That was one of the all-time great staffs.
He was thrown around before he took that Iowa job. His name got thrown around for pro jobs, like head coaching jobs, because he was in that.
I think he was the offensive line coach on the Browns under Belichick. Quick timeout. The drive continues. It's Fan Run Radio, 865-966-3435, National Signing Day edition of the show. We'll recap signing day if you're just joining us. Some interesting moves for Josh Heupel and the Vols today. We'll tell you about it when we continue next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. There's nothing like being home for Christmas. If you're thinking about a fresh start and a new year, or selling while buyers are still active this season, our team is ready to help you make your next move a joyful one. Call 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas, and thank you for letting us be a part of your story. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
Don't let the chaos of the holiday season slow you down. Adding your CNB bank cards to your digital wallet makes checking out fast and easy. Forget digging through your wallet or entering payment information. Just tap, pay, and you're on your way. Add your bank cards to your digital wallet for a smoother shopping experience.
Citizens National Bank.
banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Everyone loves a Smoky Mountain Christmas, and there's no better place to celebrate with friends and family than Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's the best place to watch all of college football's playoff and bowl game action, as well as exciting Tennessee basketball. While you're there, be sure to pick up everyone's favorite stocking stuffer, a copper card, and you'll be the hero of the holidays. Smoky Mountain Brewery, with locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg. Great food, great fun, great people. Smoky Mountain Brewery.
Who's got a beard that's long and white? Santa's got a beard that's long and white. Who comes around on special night? Santa comes around on special night. Special night, beard that's white.
Are you aware of who does this particular Christmas song, Bob?
No.
This is one of the great singer-songwriters of all time. Maybe the greatest.
I mean, you can't pick that voice out.
Bob Dylan?
Yep. It's Robert Zimmerman. He had a Christmas album a couple of years ago. The Drive got a hold of a copy.
One of my favorite Christmas songs. Kind of a polka.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was like John Candy's group from Home Alone. What was that group called? He was the polka king of the Midwest, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, what was his name?
It was Del Murdoch.
Yes. Good pull, Bob.
I knew it was
Well done,
Del.
sir.
I knew it was Del. We talked about it yesterday. I couldn't remember the last name, but then it hit me just now. Del Murdoch.
Wife and son were watching the Muppet Christmas Carol when I got home.
That's a good one.
Michael Caine.
Yep.
You know, I'm thinking about breaking out for the first time this Christmas season tonight to watch
What?
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Oh my god.
You are not going to watch
My
that.
kids didn't even watch
That is
that.
the worst pile of crap I've ever seen in my life. Just awful.
There are a lot of people that would disagree with you.
I mean, you might have enjoyed it as a 6-year-old in 1975,
It
but
makes me feel nostalgic,
So
and it didn't come out till like
have
82.
you watched it lately?
Yeah, watched it a couple of years ago.
It's terrible.
No,
There's
it's not.
no way you made it through that.
Yeah, you just put it on and let it rip.
I
River
can-
Bottom Nightmare Band.
I can watch just about anything. I've never walked out of a movie in the theater. I couldn't make it through 10 minutes of that.
No.
It was so
Nope.
boring.
Nope.
Terrible.
Couldn't do it.
Just awful.
You are nuts.
It's horrible.
I'm just thinking about some Mount Rushmore of movie and TV names. Well, Del Murdoch got me going while
Yeah.
he was talking. I got 4 for you right here, and I'm sure there's many more, but mine
Just off the top of your head?
off the top of my
All
head.
right.
Del Murdoch, Abe Froman,
The Sausage King of Chicago.
yeah, Art Vandelay.
That's TV, but
Yeah, that's what I
we'll
said.
allow it.
Movies.
Vandelay
Oh, okay.
Industries.
Yeah. Big Earn McCracken.
Big Earn.
Creep could roll, man.
Yes, could.
The
I
all-time.
just combined movies right there. You see,
I know. I'll never forget that Bill Murray scene where he, as Big Earn,
where the
rolls the strike.
comb overs coming apart.
and it's just like standing straight up. And oh my God. What a great movie. Have you seen that one, Walker?
No, I haven't.
Kingpin?
Nope.
Yeah, put Kingpin on your list. That one holds up too
All right.
because I watched it a couple of years ago. And
All right, the list is
is
backed
it
up. There's
Vanessa
too many sports.
Angel or Lisa? Who was it?
Yeah,
Girl from Weird Science.
Oh,
Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock.
No.
No.
Kelly LeBrock was in the movie, the TV show, the cheesy 90 TV show.
Oh, I never saw the TV
It was
show.
Vanessa Angel, I believe. You guys don't remember her?
I don't remember that TV show.
Go-
The name sounds
Go look at the
familiar.
film.
I need to go look at the film.
No.
Yeah, you'll remember. 16-year-old Russell certainly does. Sitting here watching, speaking of the film, watching Legend Bay highlights during the break.
Oh yeah. Elite speed.
Get me going, man.
Elite speed.
He was a quarterback.
Was he
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know
heard that.
And he can fling it a little too.
Got a lot to live up to though when they name you
your
legend.
Oh, she was on Baywatch. Vanessa Angel was.
We're on Baywatch, man.
On
Different kind of Baywatch. We're talking about
Yeah.
Legend Bay.
Baywatch.
Yep.
Y'all worried about him being a diva? Seems to be what the
Just
internet
because of the
rumors
name?
are.
I feel
well,
like-
no, there's some intranet rumors. That he's-
Where?
What internet rumors? Are you
Yeah,
talking
put
about?
a name on it.
Come on.
I'm not giving you all my source, my internet
Mustard.
sources.
Is this
This is
another
not
Vol?
mustard
This
tossing.
another Vol Nugs?
No.
Who is?
Where is it? What board is it from? It's not
worry
even
about
from
that.
a board.
Yeah,
it's
from
just
a
some
board.
guy you know.
No.
Where's it from?
I'm not going to say.
You're so
Protecting my
so
sources.
embarrassed. It's such an embarrassing source that you can't even
I mean,
publicly
a
admit
little
it.
bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so no, I'm not worried that he is a diva any more than any other high school player we
Yeah.
might sign. It might turn out to be a diva.
There's a lot floating around though about why he chose here. Have you been
Yeah.
seeing that stuff? The family.
Yeah.
And I don't
The mom wanted him here. He wanted to go to Ohio State. Mama won out.
Well, she went out because he couldn't.
Well, we were just talking to Bill Bender. When Hartline, who is the receivers guru there,
Yep.
leaves, I mean, I'd be calling all their other receivers too.
Absolutely.
But that was one rumor. I saw that on Twitter that he's 17.
Yeah.
His mom refused to sign for him to go to Ohio State.
He's only 17.
You knew
That song is very problematic now.
You knew this was coming on the live chat. Landon Kelly says Bear's source was mustard tosser.
That's what I said. It's not mustard tosser.
Yeah. Well,
No.
I'm sure you guys are having fun with that.
Yeah, Legend Bay. Nice looking prospect here.
If we could get him returning kicks and punts.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is maybe a weapon in the return game.
Next
maybe
year.
I don't know. Are we penciling him in at receiver? Because I mean, half these highlights are him just taking off like a running back.
you know, I'd like to see.
What?
We haven't seen much of this with Heupel. Run a little wildcat.
I don't like the Wildcat.
But if
man.
you've got a guy like that who's played,
Yeah, but he doesn't like
quarterback
getting. I mean, he doesn't even rotate players within
know.
drives.
before. I know.
I mean, that's basically when we get the big formation with the two tight ends and Joey just keeps it. I mean, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the kid that wants to still play quarterback, right? Legend.
No.
No, he's going to be a
He's
wide receiver.
coming here as a receiver. Although, what did Heupel say today? He's versatile, or he's
Well,
He's a tool.
I've heard he said he's a tool. He literally
In a good way.
good way.
Good way.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Good way.
That's why I laughed. I was like, just say, man, a weapon or something, not a
tool. Yeah.
He said it multiple times. He's a great tool for us.
That sounds like a kick return, punt returner to
Well,
me.
but I heard
Yeah.
somewhere, is there any talk whatsoever, because this does happen with these types of guys, is there any talk of him being a DB?
I don't know. There was talk of Moa being a DB.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Maybe that's the one I'm mixing up.
At some point, I think we were recruiting them both as wide receivers, but
Who's got the better hands? Put them on offense, the other one on D. If we get both,
they're
of them.
both. I mean, they're both fantastic athletes. Yeah, if you're just joining us, National Signing Day today, things going about as well as expected for Tennessee. The Volunteers flip Legend Bay back after Ohio State had flipped him away from us a month or two ago. He signs with Tennessee today, and then Celesi Moa, the outstanding athlete prospect from Utah, has not signed yet with anybody. He's believed that Utah's making a late run. He's going to decide maybe later this week, according to reports. Doesn't sound good, but it's not over yet.
Hey, I thought Legend Bay was off into the moon. Saw what happened there.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
You just never know. Another live chat from Volstorm. Somebody's rallying to support Bear. Says, how do you not like Emmett Otter? Russ told his kids Santa ain't real.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Double A on the text box says it's the best ever. Emmett Otter. It's a great soundtrack.
Horrible.
It's got it on vinyl.
Trash.
Have you seen it?
You've not even seen it.
Yes, I have.
Dude. When?
My mom and my aunt one year wanted to show it to me and all of my brothers because they loved it. And we watched maybe 15 minutes of it and could not make it through because it was so bad.
And your aunt have
It's
great taste,
horrible.
and they're about my age.
It is horrible.
And for certain members of Generation X, we love it. It's a great. I mean, the River Bottom Nightmare Band. When you got lyrics, we don't brush our teeth.
Charlie Brown Christmas does laps on that movie.
I
tell you,
I couldn't make it through 10 minutes. It was the worst pile of crap I've ever seen in my life.
I chose. We
Ain't
chose
no hole in the wash tub.
We did not show it to our kids, as a matter of fact. We were like,
good
because it was so bad.
I just thought, I was like, I'm not wasting their time on that.
There's too many
You're
good
a hater,
Christmas
Bob.
movies.
That's.
Oh, they're all haters.
Hey, Volfan agreed with me. He said it was wild to me to see Star Thomas wasn't used more in the Wildcat. So there you go.
Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Timeless traditions start with the ones we love and what we bring home for the season. Bring Inward Half home this holiday. Comfort and performance, made for the journeys you take and the memories you make. For quiet moments or the days you'll remember forever. From performance polos to cozy hoodies, modern apparel for men, women, and kids, there's something for everyone. This holiday, make tradition comfortable. Make it memorable. Make it Inward Half.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Wednesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Time for the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends at ECR Total Landscapes. Here's Walker Smith.
Thanks, Russ. At number 1, a little bit of breaking news on the recruiting trail. Tennessee has been off to a hot start today for National Signing Day, and the Vols just landed 4-star edge rusher Jordan Carter, who was previously committed to Texas A&M, but reopened his recruiting earlier this month. The Vols have also locked up their 5-star commits, including quarterbacks Faison Brandon, former LSU commit wide receiver Tristan Keys, and offensive tackle Gabriel Osenda.
Faison Brandon.
Yeah, Carter is a nice one. Chooses Tennessee over Georgia Tech and Auburn. Pull up the 247 recruiting rankings and see where we're at now. Still at number 5.
Yep.
That's really good. That's really good.
Ahead of Georgia.
A bunch of other names of the top 100 recruits that we've gotten today include Tyreek King, Joel Wyatt, and TJ White, as well as flipping legend Bay.
We also got another Aussie punter.
Yeah, we did. Saw that.
Did we pick that guy up?
So I guess he would come in because Ross has one more year, right?
I believe so.
So you come in red shirt, learn how to punt the ball in American football, eh? Then take it over in 2027.
Smart. I love it.
People are like, the portal people are saying, oh, man, we're taking too many young guys. Notre Dame signed 27 just like us. Bama's got 22. Georgia's got 30.
Yep.
So, that's
you
the
gotta
way.
have a good mix of.
Ohio State's got 27. I think we're doing what all the other blue bloods are doing.
Yeah, and you got to remember that with all these guys coming in, they're going to be just as close to just as many guys that redshirted their first year that see the writing on the wall that they're probably not going to play and are going to be transferring out at the end of the season.
I mean, the other thing, remember a couple of years ago after Florida State had that one good year, and it was built almost entirely on a ridiculous amount of transfers, and all those guys either had used up their eligibility declared for the draft.
Well, look at Miami.
And they're screwed.
Like Miami went portal heavy and it blew up in their face. Florida State has gone portal heavy, and they've completely lost their way.
Yeah, that's what I just said. But yeah, you got to have a balance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still think we need more than we got last year.
Double digits, maybe. We'll see. At number 2, Tennessee took a tough loss last night on the road at Syracuse, falling 62-60. Jalen Carey led all scorers with 22 points and 9 rebounds, but Nate Ament struggled, going 2 for 10 from the field with 11 points. The Vols' next test will be in Nashville against number 14 Illinois.
Carey's a unit, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who did his dad play for? Was it the Jags?
Dolphins. And his older brother was at Duke for basketball.
That is right, yeah.
Had a cup of coffee. He didn't really make it in the NBA, though. He was a first-round pick in the NBA.
Would you move Carey in the starting lineup over Cade?
Yes.
Yes.
Especially
and
if
Cade
he's-
be an energy guy off the bench.
Yeah, either he or JP, one or the other. We need more offense, and we know we're not going to get it in the guards because we're already down to like 3 guards at this point.
I mean, if he consistently, I know he's not going to go out and score 22 every night, but
No.
if he's got his short game, so to speak, dialed in, then I mean, he's a weapon.
And he's another one that had the right look. He was the right choice to go for the win, with about 10 seconds to go. Just didn't
fall.
Yeah, just didn't get the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At number 3, Ohio State offensive coordinator Brian Hartline is expected to be named the next head coach of USF. Hartline has spent the past 3 seasons as either the OC or co-offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes, following a stint from 2017 to 2022 as both an analyst and an on-field assistant coach.
So you think this he does well here? This will be his launch pad.
Yeah,
like a plum, a big time job.
Yeah, I mean, Bill Bender called him the greatest wide receiver recruiter of all time.
He's good track record.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously done well. I do wonder how much of that is Ohio State money and just kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy because they've had so many good wide receivers now that people want to go there. But he definitely deserves a lot of credit for it.
I don't know, man. It's one thing to get all of them there, but it's another thing when they are consistently amazing NFL players. Like we see guys going to the NFL as good wide receivers in college all the time and not do well, and he's consistently getting these guys that are his wide receiver 2 to be great in the NFL.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. There was a lot of chatter when Golish was kind of the flavor of the month at the early part of the regular season, where South Florida was saying, we're building a war chest for NIL money, et cetera. We're going to run the American Athletic Conference. I think that's the downside. But, man, someone like Hartline that recruits the way he does, and if they do have money, it could be.
He hires the right staff who can have Florida ties, who can keep some of those South Florida kids at home, and then he can use his Ohio ties to dip in there and steal a guy every here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And is it like Golish has it rolling down there, so he's just got to go out there and throw together a couple of 9 and 3s, and he'll get a Big Ten job, and here in a couple of years, maybe even an SEC job.
Yep. At number 4, Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia isn't hiding his frustration with the College Football Playoff Committee.
This guy.
He's taking his plea straight to the top of the United States of America. After the 10-2 Commodores landed at number 14 in the latest CFP ranking, Pavia jumped on X and fired a message aimed squarely at President Donald Trump, asking him to, quote, write the executive order, please.
Pavia better be careful. Trump's more likely to deport him than expand the playoff.
I don't know. Maybe get a pardon for his brother for public intoxication, public drunkenness.
Okay, I officially don't like this kid at this point. It's like
this was the line.
I think you want to stay off Big Don's radar there, Diego.
Yeah, come on, man.
You'd be down there in that El Salvador CENTCOM place wearing a pair of white boxer shorts if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Big old tattoo on your head.
CCOT, is that what they call it?
It ain't no Epcot, I know that.
And at number 5, a DoorDash driver was caught shoving a stray chicken wing back into a takeout container after it had plopped onto the concrete, then licking the sauce off his fingers as he sauntered away, all without warning the customer. The disgusted Florida customer, Trina Brown, shared the damning Ring camera footage shortly after their delivery horror story at their Orange Park home. In the video, the driver tries to shimmy the stack of food out of his DoorDash branded bag, but the container of boneless wings toppled onto the ground. He then places a wing that fell out of the container back into the bag.
Barehanded?
Yes.
Barehanded.
Sure. He wasn't wearing a damn glove, Bob. I guarantee you that.
Well, maybe he takes a napkin and picks it up.
No.
Still hit the ground. That's disgusting. And they're not boneless chicken wings. Those are chicken nuggets. Let's be accurate.
That's what the story said. Boneless wings.
It's a lie.
All right.
No such thing as boneless wings.
How often do you think this happens?
What, when there's not a Ring camera?
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
That's why I don't do DoorDash, man. I don't trust anybody outside of your normal high school or 20-something-year-old burnout pizza delivery guy. No, I don't.
I hope not often. I mean, the bags are supposed to be like taped shut or something.
Yeah,
like that.
you want that bag with a staple or something.
Like
through
2
it.
bags,
Or the seal
staples,
on
a
it.
sticker, like something to keep it sealed.
I'm just amazed that people will pay that much just to not have to get in their car and drive.
If it's
down to
not
damn
sealed,
McDonald's.
you know that guy's taking a fry or two on the way to your house.
Of course it is.
We've never done DoorDash ever.
Never.
Really? Nope.
I've gotten it one time, but it wasn't. I
What's
was
the
with
other one?
friends.
Like-
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats,
Well, there's also
Postmates,
what's the Grubhub.
Grubhub is another one.
Yeah, we've never done any of them.
Those things kill. Restaurants have to do it, but no restaurant of any size, shape, or form, they break even at best.
That's why it costs $15 for a decent hamburger now. Can you imagine how much a burger's going to cost in Danny Upcharge world when that place gets done?
Imagine how much a burger would cost at
What'd
Neyland
you call
Stadium.
him, Bear? What's
Danny Madoff.
Danny Madoff.
pretty good?
That was good.
Add it to the list.
I just the walls in Neyland Stadium. I'm getting off track here. I know we hijacked your top 5.
We're at the end of it.
That's just not. I'm not okay with that, Russ.
Not okay with it?
I
What
want him to tear down the damn wall, Danny.
You can poop in one hand and want in the other and see which fills up quickest.
I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. Once I finally figured out what the hell you guys are, because I haven't been over there. I probably
Then
will
why
never.
do you care? Why do you care so much?
Because people can't get to the damn stadium. He's ruined Neyland Stadium.
He hasn't ruined Neyland Stadium.
He has neutered it. He's just taken out his shears and took our manhood, snipped him right off, and now we're just Neyland Stadium's a eunuch.
Old Danny Plainview. Did you see what Tarantino said about Paul Dano in that movie yesterday? Have you guys seen Tarantino's list? It's going viral of his top 10 movies of the 21st century or whatever. And he said about it, There Will Be Blood was on there. It's like number 6 or 7 on his list.
Good.
And he said like the only thing that was wrong with it was Paul Dano, and he just like rips him. He said like,
Rip Dano?
oh yeah,
really?
That guy's like,
it was a virtuoso performance.
everybody loves that guy in almost everything he's in.
He was great as wasn't he the Riddler?
He was the Riddler in the new Batman. He was awesome.
You ever see that movie Prisoners? With
it's
Hugh
really
Jackman,
good.
where he plays like the suspected child creeper,
Mhm.
and he nails the role.
He was in I think his first. He was in The Girl Next Door. That was a great movie. Alicia Cuthbert.
It's a very interesting list he's got here.
Yeah, he had what did he have number 1?
A Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Number 2 was Toy Story 3. Incredible movie.
Black Hawk Down's great though.
Great movie.
So is Toy Story 3, man. Like that, the ending. Like I'm getting a little bit emotional
This
right
is
now
his
just thinking about it.
Tarantino's
I'm
10
gonna have to.
best?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
10
have to
best
step
movies
outside.
of the 21st century, not all time. 21st century.
He have any of his own in there?
No, he did not.
What's number 3?
A movie called Lost in Translation.
Ah,
I don't know what that movie
I
is.
couldn't get into that.
I didn't
I
see
thought it was
either.
good. I thought it was good.
It's got Dunkirk at
I
number
could see
4, which surprising. It's a little
That
more
was
art.
one shot, right?
Little-
the one shot.
No, that was
you're thinking-
1917.
Yeah,
1970.
Dunkirk was the Christopher Nolan one where
A
he
little
did
overrated,
it
I thought.
it was a little more artsy for Nolan.
A little overrated.
A little bit.
It's a horrible true story, though.
Yeah. It's got There Will Be Blood at 5, Zodiac at 6, which is another
Weird.
awesome movie.
Good movie. I wouldn't have it in my top 10 of.
Well, I didn't particularly care for it. I mean, I read the book and was obsessed with the Zodiac thing.
It was a great movie. Jake Gyllenhaal is awesome in it. It's got
Yeah.
Unstoppable at 7, Mad Max Fury Road at 8.
Whoa.
So good.
That was a great movie.
So
Russ,
good.
Yeah, that was when the guy on the front of that truck playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaun of the Dead at 9.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep. And Midnight in Paris at 10.
I haven't seen that.
Woody Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with Owen Wilson?
I
believe?
think so. Yeah.
That's like an art house
Interesting
kind
list.
of movie, isn't it?
It's wrong because
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly earned the right to weigh in on the subject. I would. Do you have any of his movies on that list?
Oh yeah, I'd put a couple of them on there. I mean, Inglourious Bastards has to be on there.
That or Django are my two favorites of his.
Mm-hmm.
Inglourious Bastards is that's hilarious too.
That's one. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like the first time I watched it, I was like, it's kind of boring. The second time, it's like the more you watch it, the better it gets.
Extremely rewatchable.
Well, you also pick up on the Knoxville and East Tennessee references and nods in it.
Where he fights Bruce Lee.
Oh, it's so funny.
Fantastic. I named my one of my fantasy football team, I think that year, was Bounty Law.
That's good.
Law.
Was that
what
was that guy's name? What was the actor's name? It was Rick something?
Yeah. Rick.
I can't remember now.
I can't either. I know McClure and I went and saw that movie when it came out in the theaters. And the scene where they show up, the Manson killers.
Rick Dalton.
That's it.
That's good. That's good. And Cliff Booth. They're making a sequel. He's not. I don't think Tarantino's doing it, but they're making a sequel based on Cliff Booth.
I saw that.
Prequel, right?
I saw that.
He supposedly murdered his wife.
Yeah. Still waiting on Tarantino to
Whatever
make that
happened
10th
there.
movie.
I'm here to do.
So he can have his
I'm
own
the devil
top
here
10.
to do the devil's business.
Pitt's so cool in that.
No, it was dumber than that.
Remember when he
Rex or
he dropped he wanted his dog to attack. He just did that. Just the little click.
And he threw that can of wild possum dog food and hit that girl.
Oh, the movie is so good.
Coming up, we got Jake Crane on the show in just a few minutes. We will get his thoughts on signing day, coaching search madness, the Lane Kiffin drama, and we'll be very interested to get his thoughts on Comrade Golish coming down to the Plains, where that's Jake's school down there.
Yes,
the barn.
Yes.
Did you guys see the Auburn fan that tweeted out that Jordan Hare will forevermore be known as the Gulag?
Yes,
it's pretty good.
That was good. That was good.
Comrade Golish.
I can sign off on that. Good nickname.
Bear, you do have some people really glomming on to the Emmett Otter stuff.
I'm telling you, if you're a certain age, that thing was awesome. It was like right around the time of Fraggle Rock and all that.
Everyone has a constitutional right to be wrong.
Fraggle Rock, and I was telling my son yesterday, and I felt like such a dork, but because we're watching the Muppet Christmas Carol. And I was
not much different than Emmett Otter, but go ahead.
And I was trying to tell him about Muppet Babies. I loved Muppet Babies. I might be the only one, because that was like geared towards my generation, like when I was 8 or 9. Muppet Babies was fantastic.
That's the same way a certain group of us feel about Emmett Otter, but you're crapping all over it.
Well,
I'm not going to sit here and say that it's the best thing ever, though. When I was a child, I liked it. It was a good children's movie. I'm not going to watch it now.
Live chat. Hewitt Pruitt says, I bet Bear has the Emmett Otter Collector's Edition Laserdisc, which included pop-up book and posable characters.
No, I don't.
He's got it displayed on the mantle.
Yeah.
Right next to his collector plates.
Oh, that's great.
Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Everyone loves a Smoky Mountain Christmas, and there's no better place to celebrate with friends and family than Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's the best place to watch all of college football's playoff and bowl game action, as well as exciting Tennessee basketball. While you're there, be sure to pick up everyone's favorite stocking stuffer, a copper card, and you'll be the hero of the holidays. Smoky Mountain Brewery, with locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg. Great food, great fun, great people. Smoky Mountain Brewery.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloan.com. TN.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
All right, enough with the Christmas music. It was cool for a day or two after Thanksgiving.
I tried to tell you, normally we don't start the day after Thanksgiving.
Yes, we do. But if we can work in a generic, sports radio rock or hip hop bumper from time to time.
I mean, we got 3 weeks. Let's pace ourselves.
Yeah. Too early to be getting burned out on the Christmas music. Welcome back. It's The Drive on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bob Baskerville. Pleased to be joined by Jake Crane of Crane & Company on the phone line this afternoon. Hello, Jake. How are you, sir?
Oh man, I'm doing fantastic. What a great time on the sports calendar, man. It's tough to beat this time of year with conference championships coming up, the playoff coming up, college basketball is just electric right now, and obviously you got the NFL. It's a great time of year.
It is the most wonderful time of the year, and of course, the coaching carousel is probably the thing that dominates college football conversation right now. And I guess let's start there, Jake. It's National Signing Day today. That used to be such a much bigger event, and you've got all these coaches scrambling to find new jobs. Nobody wants the Penn State job. People talking about the calendar. We've got to fix the calendar in college football. All these things are happening at once. What are your thoughts on the best way to improve that for college football? Not only the coaches and players, but the fans as well.
Man, look, it's a tough spot if you're a coach looking at another place. Obviously, we've seen that with what's going on with Lane Kiffin. And, I mean, even Summerall and Eric Morris from North Texas and some others. To me, we have to have a structure like the NFL that you cannot leave your team until after the season. Now, what does that do to signing day? I don't mind the December date, but the fact that you can have a coach leave at this point, we fixed what I think in the transfer portal window, having the one window when it is, I think it's right. Again, I don't want to move the real signing day, which, is basically today and kind of extended a little bit past today. But we've got to find a way to adopt a little bit of the NFL structure on keeping coaches at a place for a year. It just puts everybody in an awful situation.
Agreed.
Jake, thanks for joining us, man. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your new coach on the Plains. It's got some through lines to Tennessee football, and we're not surprised that he ended up with a big job. It feels like he might have done a little rope-a-dope work too with Arkansas before joining Auburn. How's the reception been with the Auburn fan base with Alex Golesh?
Man, I think it's been really positive because his personality fits what Auburn needs. We've had weak men as the head coach. One guy, Brian Harsin, pretended to be a tough guy, but he really wasn't. Hugh Freeze was more excited about being a church counselor than being the head football coach. So at the end of the day, this is such a dirty, dirty deal, and it's a cutthroat business. I think his ability to be able to come in and be real, but also understand that close is not good enough. I think Auburn's had what I call the average Joe's syndrome. The part on Dodgeball when he tries to buy Vince Vaughn's gym, and he says, "Look, I love what you're doing over there. I'm not okay. You're not okay, but that's okay." People love it, right? They resonate to it. It's just not good enough at a place like Auburn. So I think him coming in and bringing that attitude is big. Keeping Durkin for continuity's sake, I think was a smart move and shows that he has good feel. I'm just, man, at the point where until you win, words are words, but I know who Golesh is. When I was at Iowa Western in junior college, we clinicked while he was at Iowa State, and I got to know him pretty decent, him and Joe Houston, the special teams guy out there, and he's got the attitude that Auburn needs. I think it's just a breath of fresh air, and I think it was the right move. And you say rope-a-dope. He didn't know he was getting the Auburn job until 1 a.m. Sunday morning. He literally told the team that in his first team meeting. I think he called Arkansas after and said, "Look, I'm going to Auburn," and then Arkansas moved on Silverfield. So he's a guy that's hungry. He's a guy that recruits really hard. I'm not telling any Tennessee fans anything they don't know, but I think he's got that dog in him, and that's what Auburn hasn't had. We've had a bunch of house cats. We needed a dog.
When Comrade Golesh when he stiffed.
Well, can I say this too?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, he fled the Soviet Union with only $400. You know how hard it was to get $400 in the Soviet Union? I'm more impressed by that than anything.
Yeah, he probably had to sell a kidney or something.
You basically got to rob a bank. That's all they had.
When he stiffed Tom Herman on that handshake, and he's just walking across the field and won't even give him the time of day. That's one of the best pieces of college football video of the last 10 years.
Swag. You have to have ego in this business. You have to. You have to have it. You cannot survive. Name the last nice guy that won a national championship.
That's a good point.
Name the last nice guy. You can't fight. It's like in dating. Guess what? She's getting the dude with the tattoos and the motorcycle. It's just how it works, bro.
Yeah, don't simp for your college football coaches. Jake Crane with us this afternoon. So, Jake, the whole Kiffin thing he leaves LSU. You got the AD Ole Miss saying, the things he's saying don't really match up with our version of events. I don't know about you, Jake. I'm beginning to think we can't trust this Kiffin guy.
Well, look, I'm a firm believer in two things can be true at once. One, the calendar sucks. Like it forces you into a bad spot, like it does. But there's a right way and a wrong way to handle things. And I think early when Kiffin was trolling about this, it was in really poor taste. You notice how at the end there was no trolling from his side on this. I just think when you have a reputation, especially like he does, as a wham bam, thank you ma'am type coach, you have to have some nuance and understanding. If you know, because I think he knew he was going to take them jobs, these jobs, or that job. I'm sorry. I don't think there was any last minute decision. No. I think this had been in the works. Not that you come out and say what you're going to do, but I think he could have gone about it. I thought John Sumrall and Eric Morris and some other guys handled it a lot more classy than what he did. But at the end of the day, his rep is his rep. But I don't blame him for going to LSU. I mean, Tennessee fans out there, you can't sit here and even with NIL tell me that Ole Miss is a better job than LSU because it's not. It's just unfortunate the way he handled it early and unfortunate the way the calendar is right now, it's tough.
The whole deal that went down yesterday with him blessing the return of Charlie Weiss Jr. for the playoffs. It's hard for me right now to imagine that was Lane doing Ole Miss a solid. Of course, he's got vested interest in it because he's got a bonus tied into it still. I don't know. I find that whole
I
thing
don't know if
weird.
anybody did anybody any solids after that got it. I don't think there was any, I don't think there was any, hey, this is our last time. I don't think there's any of that.
No, I agree.
Hey, Jake, do you think Pete Golding will be able to hold Ole Miss together? I mean, obviously they didn't really have any other options in the short term, but long term, do you think there's any backslide there, or do you think that he can kind of keep what they built going?
Well, long term, I think it's obviously an interesting situation. Ole Miss made the right decision. You almost had to because you're still in it at a very high level. I think on the short term, it may galvanize them. Everybody's sitting here talking about, well, I'd love to play Ole Miss first in the college football playoff. I don't know, to be honest with you, because nothing fuels an 18 to 24-year-old like embarrassment or being left. I mean, how many times do we hear stories about, guys whose parents left them when they were young, figuring it out and becoming super successful? So I wouldn't put it past Ole Miss to be a problem in the playoffs. I think by making him permanent, it kind of reminds me in a different way. You remember when Zach Arnett took over for Mike Leach? And it was like kind of had to happen because of the circumstance, but it was a very short contract that he got. I think it's similar to Golding. Now if Ole Miss goes and wins a national championship, it's going to be extended. But if not, I think you're going to see a 1 year prove it to me. And they don't have to pay him a bunch, which means you can put a lot of gold in the vault. So if you do make a move the next year, you've got a lot of money to spend. So I think it was a smart move, but I do not think this is a home run scenario in any way, shape, or form for Ole Miss, but they did the right thing.
You and your guys over at Crane and Company on Daily Wire and YouTube doing a fantastic job sizing up the playoff outlook. I wanted to get your take on this because we were talking to somebody earlier in the show about this, and that is, I know you spent a little time talking about Duke. If Duke happens to win this weekend in the ACC championship, this is where I get confused. I mean, there is a path where the ACC, I know Manny Diaz feels otherwise, but there's a path forward where the ACC doesn't get represented. Do you agree on that?
Yes. I think right now, if Miami doesn't get in, if Duke wins, the ACC is not getting a team in. Now, Manny Diaz has to say that. Sure. I would say that. That's the smart thing to say. But what's interesting, and I haven't heard anybody else say this. So let's say, because the winner of the North Texas Tulane game is in, right? That's a play-in game for the playoffs. But if Duke were to beat Virginia and James Madison, who's a 23-point favorite over Troy, loses, bro, I think UNLV's in. That's who I think's in at 10-2 out of the Mountain West. It's not the MAC. Won't be the Sun Belt because James Madison would have lost. It can't be the Pac-12 because Washington State's 6-6 and Oregon State couldn't win an inter-squad game right now. It's not going to be, like I said, the MAC. I think it would be UNLV.
Could Penn State sell a Dan Mullen hire to their fan base if UNLV does make the college football playoff? I mean, Northeastern guy, right?
Yeah, they may have to. Either this is the greatest plan of all time or it's a Category 5, why is Jamaica gone situation. So it's just nuts to me that you're the first team to fire your coach and you're about to have to take your mom to the prom. And Penn State, it's a great job. But, my father gave me some great advice. He said your first date ever should always be in a pool because the makeup can fool you. And it just seems like at this point that Penn State may have jumped in the pool and looked different when they came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's again, somebody brought up the concept today. I can't imagine it, but man, it's getting to be desperate times for Penn State. Could they be entertaining like a Brian Kelly call or something? I don't know.
Well, don't you think that would have already happened?
Yeah.
Like what's Brian doing right now? I mean, you think he would already want to hit the ground running.
Yeah, good point.
Jake Crane and Company with us this afternoon. And Jake, I haven't followed the playoff ranking reveals and all that stuff that closely this year, but it does strike me, and I'm sure somebody else has already brought this up, but it's kind of odd to see Hunter Yurachek out there as the voice of the committee after he first, hasn't covered himself in glory as Arkansas's AD to begin with. But I mean, this is the guy who's out there explaining everything, and you can't tell me he hasn't been preoccupied with his own coaching search. There's no way that guy has a chance to watch as much football as we do.
Well, the only guy who's failed upwards more than Hunter Yurachek is Gavin Newsom. It amazes me that he's the choice. I just, you know what? It looks like the starting quarterback got hurt because remember, Mac Rhodes, the Baylor AD, was not that he was he was going to win the Heisman or anything, but golly, if Hunter Yurachek doesn't play like the backup quarterback, right? He plays just like him. You're not as good, not even close. Can we just run the ball and shut up? If I was the rest of the community, I'd be like, look, we're just not going to say anything because this man said 6'7". We still don't know what that means. Nobody knows what that means. It takes away credibility from the committee when this man talks. This man was talking about Alabama's running game as like a factor. Like at that point, look, I'll do it for half. Like it just blows my mind that in one of the most popular sports, one of the most important sports we have this doofus out there trying to run it. And here's the thing, Arkansas hopes he doesn't come back.
Oh, my God. I have one more playoff question for you, and I bet you've covered it. If Alabama loses this weekend to Georgia, that's 3 losses. Are they in treacherous territory, or is it just impossible?
I think they're in.
Yeah, I was going to say it's impossible, right?
Especially now. The one if I'd be worried, it'd be Notre Dame.
Yeah.
If Bama wins, what happens if Bama wins and BYU wins? You're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in actual legitimate trouble. But that's what happens when you play 3 tough games the whole year. I don't feel sorry for them. And the way they're treating Texas and the way they're treating the way they're treating Miami, if I was Greg Sankey, if I was Jim Phillips from the ACC, if I was Tony Petitti from the Big Ten and Brett Yormark from the Big 12, we would all come together and say nobody can schedule Notre Dame. Y'all go play an FCS schedule. Good luck. That's what I would. You talk about forcing their hand. They joined the ACC so quick.
Wow.
ACC would love that.
Yeah, they would.
God, they need it.
That might be their meal ticket to survival.
Jake, you can't be a 6 and not cook good.
No, absolutely not. Hey, Jake, always appreciate the time, my man. Great stuff. Tell everybody where they can go check out your show, both on YouTube and, of course, the podcast.
Yeah, look, well, you need to come join the Trust Tree. It's time. If you're not, what are you doing? Grow up. It's go to YouTube. It's Crane & Company, CRAIN and Company. We're almost at 200,000 subs. I think we're going to get there by next weekend. But as usual, appreciate y'all guys having me. And I obviously love what y'all are doing.
Thank you, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
Jake Crane of Crane & Company one more time on the program. We got to take a quick time out. When we come back, an update on the Celeste Moa situation, the one unsigned member of Tennessee's recruiting class. We might have some resolution on that. We'll let you know the latest when we continue next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Hey, this is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, in sports, home field advantage matters, and it's the same in real estate. Our team knows every neighborhood, every play that gets you the win, whether you're buying your first home or selling for top dollar. Let's get you in the end zone. Call me today at 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Gatlinburg-Pittman High School quarterback Tyson Sutton. Sutton completed 9 of 23 passes for 143 yards and a touchdown in Gatlinburg-Pittman's 23-20 win over Chattanooga-Tyner as the Highlanders advanced to take on Martin Westview in the Class 3A state championship game this week in Chattanooga. Gatlinburg-Pittman's Tyson Sutton, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
All right, wrapping up on a Wednesday afternoon edition of the show. Line's available right now. If you want to hop on here for our final segment, go ahead and take a shot. 865-966-3435. That's plenty of time here to work in a phone call or two. 966-3435. So the one unsigned member of Tennessee's class is four-star athlete Celesi Moa out of Ogden, Utah. And it sounds like he's going to remain unsigned. Austin Price over at VolQuest reporting that it looks like he is going to stay home and sign with Utah, and that's going to be wrapped up here shortly, and that it was just a money thing where Utah is going to make it. They're making him an offer he can't refuse, and Tennessee wasn't comfortable going that high. Now, I can hear the people like, why can't we outbid Utah? Go ahead, write him the check. And we got into this a little bit yesterday where, you know, if you pay this guy so much, like you can't pay him more than you're paying Matthews and Staley, right?
I forgot it's going to be sitting on the bench.
So you got to bump those guys up. And then you'd have to pay him. Right. You'd have to pay everybody else. You'd have to pay Rodarius Jackson and Travis Smith as much as he's making. And that can get out of control quickly and really screw up your budget, not to mention your locker room chemistry. And I know fans don't want to hear that, but that's, there is no salary cap, but then again, there kind of is.
Yeah.
And so that's something that Tennessee has to deal with. Now, this one hurts, man. I see a lot of people saying, well, we traded Legend Bay for Celesi Moa. Moa is the higher rated prospect. He is a unanimous 4-star top 100 player in the country. Legend Bay is not rated that highly. So is it, a death blow? Certainly not, but it hurts.
It hurts, but also like we already have 3 other highly rated players in this class. If you include Legend Bay now with that, and King, and especially, I mean, Tristan Keys is the golden goose wide receiver you're looking at. So if you're like, oh, we needed that elite receiver, we're supposed to have him in a 5-star receiver, one of the top prospects we have in the class. It's a good wide receiver class, even with or without Moa.
Not heard any updates on JJ Finch since we've been on the air. If one of you recruiting junkies has
been radio silent,
if you guys have heard anything, alert listeners, let me know before we get off the air. But that would certainly be a big boost to this signing class, which is, again, is Josh Heupel's best since he's been here in 5 years.
It's a really good class. He landed the plane on all but one of the recruits and flipped one of them back.
I mean,
what are they going to do with him, though?
Seeing that top 5, though, that
was kind of cool.
It's nice, man.
Was not expecting that. I was kind of pessimistic about it. It's like, well, yeah, we were top 10 on some of those rankings, but there are other schools that have been waiting, haven't signed their guys, will probably fall out and end up like 11 or 12, somewhere around there. And I don't think that's going to happen, man. I think at least on 24/7, we're going to be pretty far up there.
Actually, apparently JJ Finch is supposed to be announcing like right now.
Yeah,
at 5:45.
Landon Kelly let us know on the live chat. We got to be monitoring it.
I'll see if I can find something.
All right, well, stand by for breaking news potentially. Up to number 5 on the Rivals recruiting rankings as well. Tennessee. So number 5 on both. You would think, I don't know if they'll be able to hold on to that top 5 spot, but certainly I would be surprised if they fell out at the top 10 at this point.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Can any of them shoot a basketball?
Whoa, Bob. Top rope.
I mean, who could have seen that not signing an elite shooting guard would have been a potential pitfall for this basketball team? I feel like somebody on this show might have said that once. I don't know.
I'm familiar with them.
Not my style to beat myself on the chest and say I told you so. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. There are many different ways to skin a cat. Yeah. You move Carey into the starting lineup. You get some more scoring there. Boswell made a 3 last night. I think he's got to shoot it a little more.
Actually looked good.
Yeah, well, he's got a good-looking stroke, man. I've always thought. Some guys, you could tell Meshack is like, okay, he's just not a great shooter. Maybe he's works himself in time and he's made the NBA and all that stuff. But I always thought that Boswell had a nice soft looking touch to his shot, and like you can work with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think Boswell's like a prototypical Barnes guy too. This is one that he's going to develop. He's only a sophomore. Let's see what he looks like by the end of the year.
Gritty
next season. Yeah. But I think more offensively skilled, to Russ's point, he might be more offensively skilled than Meshack. He's got a lot of Meshack tendencies as far as the defense and some of the glue guy stuff, but I think he could be a little more valuable offensively based on what I'm seeing. And I, again, kind of stunned I'm saying that because I was as skeptical as anyone about him 6 weeks ago. It's going to be okay. That's all going to be okay.
I mean, we just got to, Ament is going to be the key to this thing is if he can, and that doesn't mean the other issues aren't important, but if Ament can develop into the, more than just a fascinating prospect, but an actual productive player this year consistently, And I know he has been. I mean, he's 20 points a game last week. He scored 20 in the loss to Kansas. But if he can do that consistently the back half of the season, I think we can go far. If he's just going to be one of those guys that like a Keon Johnson or a Jaden Springer where it's just sporadic, then we're not going to make it as far as we had hoped.
Yeah.
Hate to oversimplify it there, but kind of my read of the situation as we sit here today. Bowl projections. It seems like it's the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa or the Gator Bowl in Jacksonville.
Somewhere in Florida.
Please, what the ReliaQuest Bowl used to be?
Huh?
What did it start out?
Wasn't it the Outback
Bowl? The Hall of Fame Bowl.
Or the Hall of Fame Bowl, yeah.
I mean, that's, I guess, good news. I just sort of assumed when I was in the darkness of my deep depression after the Vanderbilt game that we'd be going to the Music City Bowl.
No, it's not. It's, exactly the same thing.
This is good news. You're going to Florida.
I mean, I think if we had won, we might have been going to the Citrus Bowl. That would have been probably the only better alternative. But yeah, we're not going to Music City. We're not going to the Liberty Bowl. We're not going to the Belk Bowl.
We're not going to get, he's not going to get mayo dumped on him if we win the Duke's Mayo Bowl. I think it's good. I figured we'd go to a Florida bowl game just because Tennessee fans love a Florida vacation at the end of December. We'll travel.
CBS Sports and ESPN's Mark Schlabach had the Vols against Illinois in Tampa, while College Football News and Sports Illustrated have Tennessee matched up against Iowa. So Iowa or Illinois in Tampa, or among the Gator Bowl picks on threes, Brett McMurphy has Tennessee playing Miami in Jacksonville, and then ESPN's Kyle Bonagura has Tennessee playing Georgia Tech.
I'd rather play.
Miami's the sexiest matchup, for sure.
Well, yeah, you don't want to play. You're going to end this year and open next year with Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
that would suck.
No, that's weird. Illinois, I'm okay with. I mean, if we got to play a Big Ten team, I just don't want to play Iowa again, man. It just feels like they keep popping up.
Big Ten Burt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to play Iowa. Miami it'd be a good matchup.
You think Beck would play in that game?
Probably not. I don't think he would.
I don't know. You and I were talking about this in the break, Russ. If you recall yesterday when we were talking with Brad Logan about Kiffin, he mentioned that there was a mention that Kiffin was in the running in conversations for there were 4 potential jobs. Ole Miss was one, obviously Florida and LSU, of course. And we were wondering who the 4th was. Well, today Schlabach, who you just mentioned, was saying that he had it on good authority that the 4th school was Florida State.
Yeah.
He was talking with them.
Can't imagine that ever got very far down the road.
I wouldn't think so either.
You don't have enough money to buy out the guy that you have currently. Are you going to have enough money to construct a roster? And Kiffin, say what you want about him, and I'll say a lot. He strikes me as a competitive guy. I don't think he wants to go coach in the ACC.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to be spending 3-hour Saturdays in Winston-Salem or
he's also not
Durham.
Wanting to fly across country to
yeah, not to mention playing
Cal
conference games against Cal and Stanford.
Yeah, it'd be bizarro. That is completely insane. Did y'all happen to see Dan Mullins? There's some video of him came out about all this stuff, Kiffin,
he's not going to stay at UNLV long, is he?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't think so.
What his take is? What was his take?
Basically, it just, I mean, obviously with the calendar, it's out of control, and he's not a big fan of what college football's turned into.
No, it's a mess. Texter says, y'all leave Bear alone. I have the Claymation Holidays DVD. Watch the Christmas one every year.
The Claymations.
Yeah, like the Rudolph thing. And
oh, yeah. I watch those too.
I've never been into those.
It's not your era.
Silver
I remember the Rudolph
gold.
one. I watched Rudolph.
Silver and gold. Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah,
that
Yukon.
dude was packing. He had a knife, a gun, and like some kind of like war hammer.
Texter from the 615 says, can you have Bear ask Mustard Tosser about Jermon McCoy's status for the bowl game as he follows up on Legend Bay being a diva?
He will McCoy ain't playing. He's going to declare. I mean, anybody with half a brain can figure that out. Wise guy. Wise ass on the text box. Wow. Which friend of this was yours? Huh?
Volpool says, add Emmett Otter to the list of things Bear loves that everyone else hates.
That's not entirely accurate. You put that poll in the field. I mean, you like Muppet Babies.
Hey, man, it was a great
Yeah.
Great cartoon growing up. Muppet Babies. They would. Did anybody? I mean, I know. See, you're too young, Walker, and Bear and Bob are too old. But they would have like Betty White was like the nanny, and they would get into all these wacky adventures, and then they would splice in like scenes from Star Wars. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen the Muppet Babies, but it was a good Nickelodeon jam for us 80s kids.
Mm-hmm. Was not a Muppet Babies guy. I don't even know if I've watched it.
Then Nickelodeon transformed. Then you had your Doug and Rugrats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good programs.
Solid programs.
My son was a huge Bob the Builder fan.
Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
That song.
Oh, yeah.
Probably can still hear that.
My son was into Thomas the Tank Engine for a minute.
Yeah,
I was
same.
as well growing up.
We invested a lot of money in Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, yeah.
Train pieces.
I had train sets.
Yeah.
What about, what was it?
Tracks.
Oh, it was a British dog. Kipper the dog. Any of your kids get into that?
No, I don't know what that is.
Dog. You talk to the British accent, Kipper.
No idea.
Blues Clues. That was another
Loved
one.
Blues Clues.
Yeah.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Heard of it.
Yeah, Yo Gabba Gabba. And then Dora the Explorer for my daughter.
Solid.
That's good stuff back
All
then.
great stuff.
Can I go home now?
Yeah.
That's going to do it for us here on The Drive. Adam Sparks on the show tomorrow. Looking forward to breaking down the recruiting thing with him. Until then, for Bob and Bear and Walker, I am merely Russell Smith. We'll do it again tomorrow here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Located in Knoxville,